back to another edition of ADDnD. Hey! It's Nick's birthday today. He's not with us because he's drinking margaritas and hanging out with senoritas, but you know.
Giant nerd.
We wish him the best. Have a happy birthday, man. We'll miss you. I'll do the best comment that I can, which probably would be common. What's a bad? I'm a dad. It's a dad joke.
It wasn't even a good
You're a bad dad.
Sorry, daughters.
Your dad license has been revoked.
Anyway, great to have you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you to Ogre and Essentials Media for making this happen. Thank you for our players to come out every week and be here and giving their awesome personalities. Thank you to our I'm having a brain throat. Tennyson.
Yes.
Tennyson for running the equipment for us. Tennyson, say hey.
Hey.
All right.
What a massive tool.
So Dennis is running the stuff in the background. If there's anything problem with the stream, anything with the sound, just let him know. If you want to chat with him, like he's pretty cool. Like we were talking hip hop earlier. He's got a good strong grasp on that. So
You kids and your rap musics.
I know.
You like rap.
I don't really. There's like a
Street
couple that I don't
youths.
mind. I tolerate some rap.
Fair enough.
That's about it.
But anyway, so let's
Same.
get into the nitty gritty of the campaign because that's what you came here for. So last week we found our group, the Renegades, leaving Knightsbridge and heading down south by a teleportation circle and then by walking a long distance to go towards the southern lands, which are called...
Yes.
Yeah, which are called like the abandoned lands by most people. They picked up some books along the way, which Vaz has been reading to try to figure out like about the tribes and the customs, and she's been gleaning more and more from it as she goes. But they eventually got to where the tribal communities were, and they ran into the people of the Lizard, which they were able to talk about and work in negotiation where they would go and visit the ruins and see what was there that they were contracted to do, and then afterwards they would go and fight a Batu, which they haven't seen yet, but apparently it's a giant, large lizard-like creature. Either that or Nerithian's going to have to marry somebody, or maybe Poe. Poe was the guy that they found that was in a different group and is now their slave.
So, hey, he's coming with us willingly.
We tried to let him
We
know.
told him to
die
leave,
if
and he
leaves.
said no. Don't play us like that, Russ.
We are too chaotic to have slaves.
But so I was going to start in the morning, but there is a few little conversations that I think some of the players wanted to have, so we're going to start the rests over again. First rest was going to be Common and I think it was Common and Kalika. Was that the first rest?
I think it was second.
No,
I
we
think
were
I think I was
first.
going with Vazrah and Larren.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So
If I remember
Vazrah,
correctly.
Larren, you guys have the first rest. Everyone else is asleep. Is there anything you would like to do?
I would like to go off and not explore, but go off into one of those areas that was like we saw earlier that it was like tavern or food market or whatever.
Sure.
And I would like to kind of go off and explore one of those on my own real quick.
Okay, excellent. Are you trying to stealth?
No.
Excellent. So you walk off, Vazrah, you see Larren walk off a little ways into one of the side buildings. It's a rather large building. It was like an inn or a tavern. And you go inside. The main room, like everything has basically probably been long dead, rotted, anything that wasn't stone. So the room is fairly empty for the most part. There's crumblings and there's like actually no animal like feces or any kind of prints or anything where that looks like you'd normally see in a building that's been left and open. So apparently small creatures don't seem to come through here that often. The downstairs has a staircase of stone that goes up and a staircase of stone that goes down. And then it has a side room that you can see in because the door has long since been like rotted off, which looks to maybe have been like an old kitchen because it has like a hearth. Where would you like to go?
Can I go down?
Sure. So as you step down the stones, it starts getting colder. The smell is like faintly musty. and you come to what looks to be apparently an older like stock room, maybe, where they kept stuff. It doesn't have anything in here that you can see other than a grate that looks like it goes down further. Probably like an old archaic sewer.
Yeah. I say, in kind of like a, not a whispery tone, but kind of quiet, talking to myself, Vazrah, can you hear me?
Can I hear him?
No.
Okay.
I wait a couple seconds. I focus on my ring, and I focus on sending a message to Caparian.
Okay.
Can we just say that if I go over 25, let's just assume that I'm sending more than one message at once?
Sure.
Or, so, your dog's died for you. I have her back, and why do you want me back?
You sit there for a while. Nothing like really you can hear or see of the normal sending.
Stubborn as always, and then I go back upstairs and join Vazrah back at the fire we have, and just sit grouchy.
Did you find anything fun?
There wasn't any alcohol down there at all. It was boring. There's nothing here to do besides wait.
Oh no, what a darn shame. You can't get drunk on watch.
Fair.
For what it's worth, though, I do want to take a moment to thank you, though.
For what?
You've been taking very good care of me as far as my health is concerned.
Yeah, you're
And-
the person who's gonna resurrect my mom. Gotta keep you alive.
This is true. It does not mean that I'm any less grateful for it.
Alright.
So, thank you.
You're welcome for what it's worth. That's not the only reason I'm keeping you alive. You're one of the few friends that I've ever had. Might as well keep you alive.
I will do my best to not die and keep you from dying as well.
I
Because
appreciate it.
You're not terrible company.
I am almost offended, but I appreciate it.
That pretty face makes it so easy to steal everyone's belts.
Absolutely. Why do you steal everyone's belts, by the way?
Tradition.
What does that mean?
It's passed down from a long line of belt stealers.
Now drop your pants.
Did your parents steal belts? Did your grandparents steal
They did not
belts?
steal them. My father wore a lot of belts.
Oh, I see. So it's like, that's the family tradition, or what are you?
I mean, it's just something nice to remind me of home sometimes. Like my music box, or the fact that I wear all black.
Fair enough. I mean, it suits you, I
Well,
guess.
thank you. I mean, why do you wear fancy clothes?
Tradition.
Exactly.
Well, we have a busy day ahead of us. Let's keep this watch up, and I am going to pass out after this.
Certainly.
So your watch goes by uneventfully. Second people up was Common and Kalika, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Nerithian's tied up still. So
I kind of want to walk around and see if I can see anything other than taverns and just walk down the street a little bit, see what I see.
So, with your vision as you walk through, you notice that the way that this place is lined out is that the buildings that you're around seem to be like a normal market square, except the roads are rather large, like where much like what Castle Gorge was like when you passed through it. Where it seemed that you could move chariots through it easily, or troops could march up and down the roads. Very large, wide swaths of road. It's since been covered with sediment after sediment of like rainfall and tropical storms that have come through. You do see like some trees and stuff that have grown up through where normally there was like just random streets. But for the most part, the city looks to be fairly unscathed. It doesn't look like animals have been through it or anything. off towards the distance and to the left of you, where the rest of the mountain kind of slopes up, you see where the rest of the city, and you saw this on your watch as well, where the rest of the city has been kind of carved into the mountain face itself, and the buildings that are there look more high-end, like palaces or temples, and then it has an immediate drop off the one side. And as you move further down, you do hear like the rush of water, and it sounds like heavy rapids, almost like water's pushing out from like a waterfall or something off the back side of the area.
I want to go towards the water sound.
Okay. So, Carmen goes, "Hey, Kalika, it might not be too safe for you to go out too far alone."
Metagaming pigeon.
Fine. And I stop in my
Common
tracks, and
words
then
of
I turn
wisdom.
around and walk back to him.
All right. I'm kind of scared of the dock too.
And we'll just sit there by the fire and hang out till the next watch.
All right. So next watch comes. Nerithian, you're woken up, and you're actually woken up. You're in a pool, tied to random stone outcropping, and Fabian, you're woken up.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go over and I guess is it morning now?
No, it's getting close to morning. So like, you see the sun is kind of starting to try to rise, and like the daylight's trying to break, but it's not quite there yet. It's getting lighter in that area.
So I go over to Nerithian and I say, "Are you well rested?"
Mechanically, yes.
Excellent. So I start untying him.
Thank you.
All right. And so for the most part, you guys just hang out. Fabian's staring at you.
He's just doing his normal creeper thing.
Yeah. So the morning passes. Everyone finally wakes up from their slumber. Poe wakes up during your watch at some point. And you two don't need no, you do, but Vazrah doesn't need as much sleep. So you wake up early as well. You basically just take one watch of concentrating and then you're up. But Poe's up early, making. He's created a small fire, like and he's pulled out like some meat that he had on him, and is cooking it up. And he's like, bacon or whatever this is.
Yes.
Offering Vazrah food is a good way to become sort of liked.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm very difficult to please.
I'm a likable person, you'll find. So,
Well,
what's the plan today?
We're going into this temple, fighting whatever we need to, and then we're gonna probably fight a dinosaur afterwards.
So, the man you killed over there had most of our information, but I was privy to some of what we were looking for, and I assume it's the same item.
Probably.
It's a book.
Yeah. Sure.
Yes, an ancient text believed to be in the temple of some god. I forget. It started with an A. Anyway, I'm not a scholar. Some god with an A. May he reign forever.
No. God of Undeath is not a god we want to reign for forever.
Oh, unless you're dying, and then
I don't know. Undead typically does not really extend your life unless you're like a lich or something.
what's a lich? Sounds delicious.
Okay. So. Fezra's gonna explain the intricacies of a lich tome.
Suppose like this verse, and then he like starts getting interested. Like, so magic can do that?
Yes.
Interesting.
Dangerous and sort of evil.
It's terrible, they're always evil, and they have to drink souls. So let's back.
Not become a lich.
Yes, that sounds horrible.
Who wants
It
to
sounds
live forever?
profitable though.
Being a lich sounds awesome.
You would say that, wouldn't you?
I mean,
know
yes.
what you
What? I mean, it sounds like you could make a lot of money from someone that wants to live forever.
Wow.
Just
We are learning a lot right now.
We're learning a lot from our
New
friend.
friend Poe.
as I said, I just want to survive. So you
Right.
do what you want with your liches or whatever you find, and I will back you up.
I'm very interested to see what this book is, for what it is worth. But, you're less equipped to handle undead than I am. Have some of this. I'm gonna give him 3 vials of holy water.
Okay.
Oh, right, we have that.
Yeah. And I can just do more damage with spells.
Thank you kindly. You wouldn't happen to want to trade weapons again?
No,
Excellent.
absolutely not.
I'm glad that you find my sword to your liking.
That's a weird way of pronouncing my sword.
Yes.
Larren's sword. See, it's on the hilt right here. Larren's sword.
I see. You had a lot of time on your hands last night.
Absolutely.
Well,
Watches are boring.
Very.
I got a lot of sleep. It was wonderful. I haven't slept like that since I started on this trip.
Yeah, I mean, your friends definitely seemed a little bit interesting.
Well, I do feel bad for some of them that passed, like they were just working for me. But, yes, the other one, you probably saved me from dodging a arrow.
Yeah, probably.
Because the bullets are not real.
Bullets are real in our imagination.
I mean, bullets is the ammunition
Fake
used for
news.
slings.
Bullets is the...
Wrong.
Megan's correct. Bullets are the ammunition used for slings. So bullets are real.
They're just little stones.
The
Little
pebbles.
stone things, yeah.
Well, let's call those
Wrong.
rocks. Get some rocks and sling them at someone.
Wrong.
In inventory, they're called bullets.
Run.
So, what's the game plan?
Good question.
Well, the undead are beneath us, so it makes sense that whatever necromancy bullshit we're after is underneath us.
If we're looking for temples, last night on my walk, I found what looked like there could be some temples towards the far end of this road.
We can go investigate that then.
I'm good with whatever.
They're underneath us, right? By like how much distance maybe?
So, she got like a rough estimate of about 40 to 50 feet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They're not going to hear me stomping then. I'm trying to get their attention.
If we go higher,
Get up here!
Fight us in the daylight!
Cowards!
What race is poor Radley?
He is human.
It's a darn shame that
You're human.
he will not be so well equipped for the darker places.
Well, I brought
oh
torches.
no.
Torches give away where we are.
This is true.
Oh, I'd love to have your magic eyes, but I don't. So,
Just put a belt on him like you did me.
No.
I can. It's going to cripple how he can fight, but I can.
I really do have a belt thing.
Do clerics get dark vision?
No. I don't think so.
Who does not have dark vision? This is the year 1438 or something. Who does not have dark vision?
Poe's like
with the times.
getting more upset by the moment.
We have a human and he
Oh,
still
it's
has
okay,
dark
you
vision,
can have
Poe.
dark
Yeah, make a pact or something. God.
Yeah.
Don't make a
What is this pact that you speak of?
Don't worry about
Sounds
it.
interesting.
It's not profitable.
It wasn't with a lich.
Don't worry, it didn't come from
I've
interdimensional.
heard
Witches ain't
such
shit.
wonderful things. I have so many new ideas. The world is. You have opened my eyes to the world, Lady Vazrah. I do appreciate it.
That is what I am here for better or worse.
Enlightenment.
I mean, yeah.
So you're a princess
is.
and a lady. Or a queen? Is it a queen?
I don't even know at this point,
I
honestly.
think that we're just making up things at this point.
It was funny to hear about, though.
That was fun.
I like Queen because she is not helpless like a princess.
Queen.
Flatter me with your words, narrating.
She's the queen of the shadows. Didn't you know?
Yeah, let's just keep that ball rolling.
Yeah, let's tell that to everyone, actually.
You just want to lean into it.
Yeah, no, why
you-
not?
Well, it technically is her name. Would that be deception? Like Poe's like trying to glean if she is glean.
Is she the queen of shadows?
I mean, yeah, that's kind of like what she was called. So, yeah,
should I roll deception or persuasion?
persuasion.
Sweet.
Cool,
Oh,
that's a
gosh.
27.
Yes.
Yep.
Forgive me, Your Highness.
Yeah, we are going to lean into this, I've decided.
Worry not, my kingdom lies in every shadow. I cannot expect you to bow to everyone.
Well, I have not met royalty
How he feels
before,
about
but It does go along with your knowledge of things like the leaf.
What?
The leaf, the thing that steals souls, and you.
No, worry not about
Not
it.
to
Let
be
us
confused with the branch.
You're messing with me.
I think everyone is. It's fine. So yes, that thing you were talking
Yeah,
about.
at the end of this, it gets kind of higher, and it looked like there were pretty good-looking buildings, maybe palaces, temples, something like that.
Lead the way then, and let us be off, my valiant knights, as it were.
Yes, Your Highness, and I bow to her.
Packs up the tents, and Poe's putting out like the fire, the campfire that he made, and like you guys are able to pack up everything pretty quickly. Rambe like walks up to you and like tries to grab your hand. You pat it away, and he grabs your belt.
I let him get up on my shoulders.
Okay.
And you guys head off down to the direction that you saw, like that sloped around and saw the chiseled ruins of what looks to be like palaces and temples, kind of put into the side of this giant mountain. Now, as you get closer, you do hear like the rumbling of water, and you see like spits of water and what looks to be like. I guess early morning mist and steam kind of rising from the valley off to the side, and you realize now that there is water that kind of runs through the mountain and then out from a hole that has been man-made, chiseled from the mountain as a waterfall down into the valley. As far as what you see before you, you see a very large central building that seems to be like a palace, like a very large palace. There is elven statues basically like riding on what appears to be like pterodactyls, kind of like mounted. Some of them are broken off, but it's like very beautiful, elegant marble stone masonry that's done on these palaces. And then you see one building that is completely made of black marble in the very center of the city, and it has the only doors that are not rotted off. They are actually metal doors, and they look to be made of brass. And it looks to be a temple of some kind. It doesn't have like a name over it or anything.
Oh man, I wonder.
But there is what appears to be it says like crypt on one part in Draconic. The people that can read Draconic.
All two of us.
Over to the side.
She can't read it.
Can I read Draconic?
You can't read
It's
the
not one
I
of
thought
your
you also had it as a
languages.
language.
You can hear it and speak it.
I just can't read it.
He has the rune keeper.
It's a good.
So.
It's a very good. So, gee, I wonder which one it is,
You know,
Vazrah.
I am not an expert, but I feel like the crypt with necromantic bullshit is going to be what we're looking for.
Yeah, the black one, the solid black one.
Yes, absolutely.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Could be a trap.
I think it's that one. He points at a random like stone building. It looks ominous.
How close to an edge? No, joking.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it totally could be a trap. But I approach everything like it's a trap.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, no, that's the one. We were told that it was in a blackened building like this.
Oh, yeah. That's
Apparently, this city was dedicated to various agents of, I forget what the name was, Rama? Yeah. Anyway, I'm not a man of religion, so.
I'm not either, but I know Rama.
Yeah, Rama's up there.
Do you know who they bought this information from? A lot more than we were told.
Well, the man that was with me, the one that you killed, he was the one with all the information, and he gave it to me, some unwillingly, some because, I was supposed to know what we were getting into.
You know, if you bring me back his head, I could just ask.
No.
You want to go get your friend's head?
I think that was blasted off.
No.
It was
I
exploded.
need a mouth, that's all I need. I don't even need the entirety of his head.
Just
Just
see, you
a
just see
pair of
puckered
lips.
lips. You just grab those. Here you go.
And they say,
Okay,
no.
what is the percentage chance of anything being remaining? High or low?
Look.
Okay. Yeah, there was enough left. It was left in, like, the marsh.
I think we don't have enough time for that.
I was just suggesting an option. I was not buying in.
Yeah.
I'm just saying if it comes to a point where we need more information, like,
I honestly,
And always refer to the lips.
storming into a probably trapped temple is on my bucket list, guys. Let's go in.
by all means.
It'll be fun. Trust me.
It is always more fun this way.
So you walk for a good ways.
It's more
The
fun
buildings
going
do
wrong.
start to get larger and more ornate. There's more statues, more wells, like in central areas. Although this has been grown over a lot, largely by the vegetation, the various plant life just kind of creeping over the city after ages of it just being left alone. Still no signs of like any animals, no bird calls or anything that you can hear, just the thunderous like rush of the waterfall falling out onto the valley below. Travel this way with like no people in your way is actually pretty fast comparatively for a city, much faster than normal. So you make good time, and then you make it to what looks to be a centralized area where the gates have long since been kind of broken off. They were iron gates, but they look like at some point some people have come through here and broke them to get in. And then you also see some other buildings kind of around the area that look like temples as well. You recognize some of the names in Draconic. Crihedron is actually one of the names, which is odd. Because, you know, for a city dedicated to followers of Rama, it'd be odd to see that of Crihedron. You also see Xerxir as a name across one of the temples.
Which one is that?
And then you see on the main palace itself, there is basically an embossed vision, of what looks to be a humanoid goat hooves as far as like his legs are concerned, and he has like a giant two-handed sword that's kind of propped, and it's just looking ominously like two small horns. And from roaming religion checks.
Oh, nice.
Hot.
Oh, is that an intelligence check?
Yeah.
Oh.
16.
17.
21.
18.
Like 3.
Weird.
Yes. Like, comma 3.
I rolled a 2. I'm not even going to look. I know my religion's no more than like +1 or 2. So,
Right.
it's
So anyone
like
that got
the-
above a 15, they recognize this as kind of like the standardized envision of what Rama looks like when he comes in mortal form. So,
Yike. What was the Z name for the god?
is X actually?
Oh, X.
Xerxir. She's the goddess of filth
Ah.
and hedonism.
This place gives me the heebie-jeebies.
You know, I do love crawling through cities dedicated to evil gods,
Well, Trihedron's here.
but he was not always a good god. This is a
Oh,
very
shit,
ancient
really?
city. God of
The god of
redemption.
redemption, he had to be redeemed from something.
I didn't know. Sorry, guys. Fuck.
Oh shit, he was like originally the god of murder or something.
I don't know. I'm from Spire. The only god we had for the longest time was just Panlore. Fuck.
You don't see anything to Panlore here.
Yeah. Fuck
Before
it.
his time, probably.
Yeah, I bet. Goddamn.
Yes, fortunately, before his time.
So, and as you approach now the ruins, you also see parts of the city that, like, you didn't notice at first from far away because of the vegetation, but it looks like it's been, like, attacked with catapults, or, like, large pieces of stone has been hurled into these parts. And it looks like at some point in time this city may have been sieged and plundered, and that may be the reason why a lot of the people aren't here now. The lower district didn't have like a wall around it, so it didn't have much damage to it that you could tell. But this area, the main part that is surrounded, like some of the palaces and temples, have like kind of walls and gardens and stuff. You do see large chunks and then huge mounts of stone that looks like they just were pulled out of the earth and then heaved, kind of in the courtyards randomly.
So this book's not going to be out in the open.
What fun would that be? You got to work for answers.
Is there any undead nearby?
Not that you can see.
Kalika, is there any undead nearby?
Are there?
About 50 foot
Down?
underground. Yeah.
A little bit down.
Mm,
A little bit down.
fun.
Chances are what we need is probably going to be near where they are.
Oh, really?
Because there'd be the best protection. Wow.
Jeez, you fetuses are throwing some shade.
So sassy. I love it.
So you make it into the one courtyard. It's pretty massive. There's some wells and stuff, and then a lot of like carvings of elves. Some of them are half like skeletal, others, and then half of the vision is like of beauty. And then you make your ways before the two brass doors, and then on a small placard, you do see this written in Draconic, which I'm going to pass to you here.
Yeet. Welcome to the show, guys. Welcome to the show. How you guys doing? I'm very
You're
tired.
just feeling it today, huh?
I had
was a
4
beautiful dance.
heroines before I got here.
Was it the black tar?
It was the black tar heroine.
4
Sweet
heroin.
black
4
Mexican
entire heroines.
Heroines.
I did finish the first season of Riverdale and fuck me up, that was good.
Yeah, Riverdale.
Oh,
Mess
hell
with
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
I just watched the entire season of You on Netflix.
I've been watching The Punisher.
I need to catch up.
You tell them.
What does the plaque say?
The path does not turn back. Enter at your peril.
So they're probably going to shut the doors behind us.
Oh, absolutely gonna shut
So we
the-
gotta find a second way out of this.
Well,
The undead misunderstand something. We are not trapped in there with them.
They are trapped
They are
in
trapped in there with us.
If you throw like spaghetti leftovers on one of them, I'm gonna be so upset.
I mean, they start their turn even near me and they explode
Yeah, that's true.
with radiant damage because I'm good aligned.
Is there any damage that doesn't work on undead?
Necrotic doesn't work too well on them.
And,
Well, that makes
and
sense.
some undead, just normal, actual slashing, piercing, and bludgeoning.
It depends
Like-
on which one.
So, and that's usually like on a spiritual.
It depends
like
on what
ghosts and
you
stuff. Yeah.
deal with. I mean, you could have, you know a lot of it. You know, like regular zombie skeletons, things like that. They're fairly mundane and easy to take over now at your current skill level.
Beat deathable.
But there are some things like the all dreaded leaf. That you
What
might not-
leaf?
May he be blessed by the branch.
I don't think so. Damage. Good time for that.
From the
Alright.
bowels he falls.
So
Take that, mistletoe.
So is everyone as prepared as they think they need to be?
I think I need 4 more days at least.
I don't know, guys.
Fake it till you make it.
This is kind of scary.
Oh yeah, there's shadows. Watch out.
I mean, I'll
It's
go
okay,
wherever
but
you
we've
want,
got
but
royalty with us.
this
no,
is-
that's
this is
common.
That's common.
Oh, I thought you
Weren't you excited to do this, Green Man?
I mean, okay, you convinced me.
You've got that hammer. It'll be easier. You gave it.
Yeah.
April gave it
Yeah,
to
sure,
you.
sure.
Yeah.
I'll make sure all the shadows are friendly. Don't worry.
Well, I'm gonna stand next to you, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, but it might get a little dark.
I'm probably just gonna.
Smite still.
It's alright.
Sweet.
Okay.
I think it'll be okay.
Still radiant.
But Radley's
I
like,
can get
he pulls out a
rest
torch.
before we get that guy.
Lead the way.
To save those spots.
Make the torch burn black. I'm sorry. It's a Queen of Shadows thing happens around me.
Will this still give off light?
Yes.
Like my soul.
Does it?
Interesting.
Really?
Black light.
That's cool.
Backlight.
It just
He's just like, yeah,
He like smudges all over.
he's just like, he's like, this tip is gross. There are horrors down here far worse than the undead.
Oh, poor Radley. Jeez.
right, but I can't open the doors. I can't do anything with these arms. So
This common walks
Tiny,
forward,
tiny,
and
crappy
he's
arms.
like, kind of, and they just. open up. Inside, you see what looks to be just like a normal kind of temple. There's pews and stuff. There is a large altar, but the altar doesn't have any creature or anything that's like, as a statue. It's just a purely black marble altar. There is 2 doors that kind of go up, or 2 doors that lead to the side, which you think are like antechambers, probably where like the clergy would stay. And then there are stairs going up, and then behind the altar you see another brass door with the same wording over it that you saw before.
Looks like we got one last warning.
Just in case we really weren't scared off by the first.
Right. It's got to make sure we're on our toes as it were.
I'm just gonna go.
Poe's like
to the
holding
door.
holding the torch underneath the pews. It does give off light.
It does.
It's outstanding. It's black.
It is black.
Really? I hadn't noticed.
Outstanding.
Perv.
Outstanding.
Suburb.
All right. So
Common, couldn't you just like rip the doors off or something so they don't close behind us?
what's wrong?
Guidance.
So he heaves and pulls on him for a good bit, and they're like, he's not coming off.
Fair enough.
Just as well.
I mean, I'm kind of down getting trapped. It'll be fun.
You want me to take a look ahead? I can
Yes,
become
our
a
rogue.
giant
Please
spider.
go.
Trap house D&D style.
Larren.
Oh my
I'm
god.
gonna become a giant spider. Scum of food.
I just
common.
step
Poe does
away
that.
from you.
Poe goes, "Woo!"
And then I'm gonna
you all
climb.
can do the strangest things.
And then I'm gonna climb like up the wall and onto the ceiling and go ahead of us and like scout.
So do you go into the second doors?
Oh,
Or
there's
just-
fucking more doors? Mm-hmm. There's more doors.
I cannot simply walk into these doors.
Yeah,
There's
I'm
more.
totally gonna like take a spider leg and push one of those doors open.
All right. So once your spider leg touches the doors just
I
go.
incinerate to death.
They just
Okay.
open. It's not you're pushing them. They just go.
That was easy.
And then it's completely blackened in there. With your dark vision, though, you can see that it's a tunnel that goes apparently like straight into the mountain. There is what looks like skeletal remains that are like in these. I don't know. It's like for the word like urns, but it's like potted people.
Are there undead around us?
Potted food.
Are they undead? How close are the undead?
Not that you can sense. These
Okay.
are not undead.
gotta
These
mark
just
off
look
your
like
uses.
maybe dead people. Like you're going into crypts.
While they're scouting ahead, can I be
actually
casting Detect Magic as a ritual?
Sure.
So you can
Yeah.
see it twice.
All right. So, yeah, you head out. Give me. Do you want a stealth or?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Actually wanted to scream loudly as a spider into the room.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna start shooting webs.
Have you ever heard of spider scream? I haven't. I don't know.
But it's fucking horrifying.
That's not something I need now.
No,
I'm just gonna stay.
15.
it's a whole lot of nope.
What's really going to be funny is when
Yeah.
you get squished and a bunch of little Nerithians pop out of you.
Don't even play like that, bud. That's the most terrifying part of spiders.
Oh, there's more of you.
And that's why I hate spiders.
And you're just like stomping the floor.
They crawl in between your toes.
Yeah, I stepped on
Right.
Nest barefoot. I'm arachnophobic. Fun fact.
Same.
So Nerithian creeps up on the top of the ceiling, up, and you can't see him for a second. Then you see him creeping ahead. He's somewhat concealed by the shadows, and the rest of you move forward. Common pushes Poe with the hammer. You say you're good at looking out for things, right? You gotta look out for things. And pushes it, and Poe's like, certainly, and starts making his way through it. Common goes behind him. What's the order? Because it's a narrow passage. It's like enough for 2 people to walk abreast.
I'll follow. Come on.
I'll follow Larren.
I'm in the back.
I'm with you then.
Yep.
All right. So as you 2 pass the doors, they do close. Not like bam, but they just close slowly.
I'm just playing.
And then you see with your detect magic a blue haze like go over the doors like.
Yep. I know you guys aren't going to believe this, but those doors are magic.
Oh, really? Whoa, fuck, dude. You fucked me up with that shit there, bud.
Hey, Poe, you should touch him.
I don't think I
Bo,
like
touch
you
them.
guys as players anymore.
Sorry.
So, touch them.
Okay.
Sarcastic in spider.
Like he goes.
I didn't have to roll for persuasion. Peer pressure. Peer pressure.
And nothing happened. It's good.
You're the man, Poe.
Good job.
I aim to please.
Onward then.
Onward.
Onward.
As he makes his way forward. So you're out a little ways. The path itself, like you crawl up, you see this large cavernous room kind of open, and the top of the room is actually like stalactites, and it looks like the inside of a cave. The inside of the bottom of it, as it goes down, there's two staircases that in this massive, deep like hole that just keeps going down, and the staircases they meet and then they kind of swerve back and forth like this around the edge, all the way down.
Going down.
Yeah. All along the wall, there are more, like skeletal remains of dead just kind of sitting in urns like potted human death.
Vazrah.
Can we hear anything?
There's lots of dead things.
Give me a perception
There are
check.
lots of dead things. Why do you ask?
Do you want to ask?
I need a mouth.
Oh.
Does a skeleton?
Skeletons have
You
mouths.
hear Poe
Yeah,
like
I'm
going,
wondering if
"Ooh,
you
it's
can
stock."
Yeah, no.
He looks
can
like
talk to
out
us.
over the hole
Vazrah,
As
can
long as
you
it's
hear
dead.
anything?
Can Vazrah hear it?
with your passive. So what you hear is like you hear kind of like a sound of wind kind of gusting far off down below, kind of like occasionally like.
There is an inconsistent draft below us.
Damn inconsistent.
Consistent draft.
From player to
gosh.
DM, can I cast Speak with Dead on skeletons? Do like teeth count as a mouth?
Ooh.
It just says dead things as long as they have a mouth.
Yeah.
What that mouth do?
What's your name? Charlie.
George!
I mean, I can ask
me
them
Bob.
things, but what did you want to know?
I know we're going into a deep. We're going into a deep dark dungeon that may or may not, well, absolutely does contain undead things and possibly an artifact of an evil god.
Right
With a
up my
fan
alley.
that keeps turning off and on.
Yeah.
Inconsistent draft.
Is it a fan that keeps turning on and off, or it only like it rotates?
It's not the draft that's the problem. It's the inconsistency.
Come on, draft. I thought you could do better.
You had one job draft.
To be ominous, but you can't even do that.
Laying
Right?
out on the job. It's like, I don't feel like blowing.
Hey, Poe, you should jump.
Keeps changes. What? It's like,
Wait, so are you gonna?
please no. I think I don't want to. And it looks up.
Shit.
I love bullying Poe more than I thought I would.
I'm gonna go up to where there's skeletons on the wall. Does it look like there's anything that's going to trigger if I touch them?
Well, gosh, your pass is so good. No, there's nothing. I mean, you can give me a roll if you want, but it doesn't look like.
Gosh, gosh.
I mean, I'm cool with just using my
And
passive.
Vazrah's complaining. She's like, I only do 14,000 things well.
She is a skill slut.
That is all I am built for.
It just so happens that clerics are really strong DPSs. Yeah. Especially when their DM gives them a wand of fucking fireball.
So, no, the skeletons, they don't look, or the area where the skeletal remains are, does not look to be, like, triggered or trapped or anything to your eyes.
Okay, so I was gonna try to take a skull off one of them.
It breaks off easy. Like, these are long dead remains. The rest of the skeleton goes and, like, kind of crumbles into the pot.
Just as well. I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna stick one of the belts through one of its eyes and just have it at my side.
Is it just the skeleton, or do
Metal.
they have like stuff around them, like clothing they were wearing when they died, or something like
No
that?
clothing. It looks like they may probably were put in here naked.
What an awkward orgy.
That is your first thought, crawling through a crypt, seeing a bunch of naked skeletons?
No, I mean,
Why
that's
would
a
they put
fair
them in
thought.
there naked?
That's a fair thought. I'm with her.
Damn, they were really having some fun before.
Yeah,
this.
no, you know.
I mean,
you
it
know,
is the god of evil.
Yeah, you know
stuff,
how Rama is. Rama's like, gotta get that, ma'am.
Is
We're
it
gonna do it, and then I'm gonna need you to stand in that urn and die.
Yeah, yeah. No, once you nut, you die.
That's my exact fetish.
He is actually God. Get that.
Yeah.
Gotta get that. Gotta get that. Boom, boom, boom.
See, this is why I don't have sex. Let's keep moving.
Oh, Poe goes
good
the
that we
left
deal with ominous
staircase down. So what do you do, Nerithian?
As a giant.
As they're going down, I'm gonna kind of now hang back and watch the rear kind of deal. Go down after them. Yeah,
Watching the rear.
watching
You
the
see
rear.
a lot of
Keeping an eye on the rear.
Fabian because he's in the rear. Him and Vaz. But yeah, there doesn't seem to be anything coming from down
Is
the
that what you're saying to
hall.
Larren?
So Poe's walking
slowly, like
down the
whispering.
left hand side.
Maybe as we progress, I might move towards the front then.
So you go down for a good long ways. You think probably, I'd say probably a good 200 feet down into the mountain itself. And then the inconsistent wind is stronger down here, and you can tell that...
Is it more consistent?
Is it more consistent?
No, it just blows the
It's
shit out of you randomly. It's like, oh fuck, oh well, we're good.
Now,
we're
what
good,
you
we're good,
see
all right.
now is
Correct.
you see like a couple of parts of the walls that like are turning, and wind's kind of coming through.
I was right. I was making a joke about it actually just turning, but I was right.
Yeah, and then you also see the floor is just has brackish water. There's dark in the middle of it, and then it goes down the middle of what appears to be like a hallway with two pathways where each of the staircases kind of like end, and it goes straight down, and you just see a dark hallway that keeps going further in.
Sweet.
More stuff that's stupid.
Also, let me know when it's been about an hour.
Okay,
Because I can
so-
only hold this form for an hour.
Can you be hanging from the ceiling when like Corinthians really bad with time?
It's literally like some Dragon Ball shit. You just see smoke go, boom, and I'm like, ah! Fuck.
And he hits the ground and a bunch of Nerithians pop out of him.
God.
I mean, theoretically, you could mid-air turn into a different animal. Mid-air turn into a different
Like a
animal.
bat.
You absorb some of that
I
damage.
can't fly yet.
Turn into a cat.
Immediately.
So, the
A blobfish.
it moves forward in the hallway. Poe just kind of
yet
starts
either.
going through a little bit more,
swimming.
and then eventually you guys come to a walled-off section, and it has what looks to be on both sides a wheel like made of brass that you can turn. And he's like, "Looks like a dead end, unless maybe you go down in the water." And he looks down. He's like, "It looks like the stone goes down a ways, though."
Like a bulkhead door?
Is the wheel trapped?
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Any trap on the wheel? Anything?
Shake to that. No.
Nope. You see that you can tell that the mechanism is to the stone slab that's in front of you, though.
Anyone want to try turning it?
I can?
Guidance.
Okay. I go over to the thing.
I was gonna suggest
So
common.
it's a little like rusted at first. Well, Larren's pretty tough too.
Yeah, no, actually, I'm
It's a-
as strong as Kalika
I'm
and 2
not
points
saying you're
away.
not strong. I'm not saying
No, I'm just saying. I'm 2 points away from common, and I'm
Okay.
equal to Kalika.
Cool.
So Larren
Tough
goes.
boy.
So I'm
He
2 points away
plays
from
around with it for a second, kind of like wiggling it back and forth for a second. And he's like, "Pshing," and then it starts turning. And then as it turns, at first, like you just hear like, and then you don't hear the noise of the inconsistent wind anymore. And then you hear like this rumble, kind of like, and then slowly as he turns, like the stone slab moves up, and you see as in front of it a little ways there's another stone slab with another wheel.
I'm gonna use divine sense to see if there's anything behind that stone
Crawl
slab.
inside and to the roof. of that section.
It's freaky as
Like literally, as soon as there's
Oh,
an
God.
opening,
Literally anything else, Corinthian, please.
Afraid of spiders?
Yes.
It is a bit disconcerting.
I've seen too many
Wait,
of them.
so
It's less that I'm
Divine
scared of
sense.
spiders and more
So
that I'm
your
scared of a
divine
giant
sense-
spider.
It doesn't pick up
Valid.
anything here anymore. You like nothing's 60 foot away from you anywhere. Because you're down farther.
Yeah. Thought we'd be going closer to them. I'm like waiting for them to pop out anywhere.
We did move forward.
Yeah, but we're still going down under. And
Yeah, no, but they're probably farther that way.
Yeah,
We're probably going
Closer.
to be led back up eventually.
Yeah. It's all good.
I just
So
wanna see these
finally, the
decorations.
first stone
gonna
slab
see
moves
these
up, and yeah.
Can I try moving the second stone slab?
Oh, so there's two wheels, by the way. There's one right beside.
Oh.
So there's a wheel here, a stone slab that moved up, and then another wheel beside it, and then there's a wheel and a stone slab.
Comment, do the other one.
Sure. All right. And then you start hearing like a rushing sound, like you notice like it gets a little bit colder all of a sudden behind you, and then you look over and you see like water pouring into the main place that you just came down the steps, like faster and faster,
Turn it back!
and then it stops.
We're supposed to drown. That's the puzzle.
You know, I mean.
this is
Open
some
both of them, we
Resident
could
Evil
get carried
shit.
by the water. We should open the second one to see what's behind it.
You have to kill the boss with a knife.
I was
Yeah.
thinking that the other one opened the second one, but I was wrong.
There's a third one too, right? There's a first
Yeah, so there's the first one, the stone slab, the second one that Common bypassed, and went to the third one to start opening up the other door, and that's when you started seeing the water come down.
Oh, so we haven't opened the other second one closer to the first one.
Right.
Let's do that one,
Yeah, let's
Common.
try.
Okay, so he starts turning it, and then the stone slab's coming down. Who stays on the other side?
I'll stay on this side.
Okay. Who else stays?
I'm immediately going to the other side.
So you're staying where Common is turning it?
Yeah, just like anytime there's an opening, I'm like immediately like.
Well, so no, you're in the middle part.
Okay.
The stone slab that you just opened with one wheel is now being closed with the other wheel right beside it. And Larren, you're staying here in the back room where you first came down the steps?
No, I'm staying in the other room.
Okay, you're staying in the central room.
Yeah.
Is everyone in the central room?
Yeah.
Okay. He turns it all the way in. The stone slab goes all the way down. Now you're in a central room with both slabs closed. The one that you came through, and then the one that was starting to lift whenever you heard the water rushing in.
So then,
And the water comes from behind us where we're at in the central room, right?
so if the one's closed, then the water can't get to us.
So we would have to open the door, everyone go into the central part.
I don't
Close
think good
the
enough for
door.
this.
It's clear having a hard time visualizing it.
Wait,
Yeah,
but then how are
same.
we going to open the second
So-
opening?
Yes.
Yeah. I need a visual.
puzzle solving.
I'm just,
Well, I think I don't.
I suck at
know.
puzzles.
it's same.
Yeah,
Which is
I'm bad
unfortunate
at visual.
That's why I
puzzles.
said this is some Resident Evil shit, because like us doing one wrong thing and drowning is totally a Resident Evil type thing to happen.
But we have to open the second stone slab, so maybe the water will burst.
We have to
open
pee
that
in
bit.
all these urinals in a certain order to get the wolf medallion.
Okay, this is much better.
Oh gosh, that's so bad. I skipped one. Dang it. All right. And then there's water here.
Get your mind out of the gutter, boy.
It looks like a steampunk penis.
Steampunk thing.
What can
Piston powered dildo.
Wild Wild West.
And you guys are currently in here.
Yeah, okay, put me in there, boy.
Oh wait.
We don't have a common.
Oh yeah, Zero takes his.
make him an ogre?
Do you ever
Yes,
feel?
large. So spider is also the size
Yes.
of a direwolf / bear.
Do you ever feel?
We'll
No.
just put you there.
Okay.
So, and then Poe.
Fuck you, Poe.
Yeah.
What I did here?
Lived.
That's true.
So water's coming from here.
Yeah, the water was come pouring into here whenever he started turning this crank.
Oh, the door's now closed, though.
Yeah, this one is closed now.
Okay.
So let the water do its thing.
Common, do your thing again. Flood it.
All right. The stone slab lifts up, and then you see in this room that he's opening up, it's wet, like all inside of it, like the stone is. And then you hear like a rushing sound behind it, and then just like it starts getting deader, and you can't hear like a rushing sound much anymore. It's like after about 3 minutes, and he turns it, you like don't hear like the rushing sound in the room anymore, but it kind of sounds deadened, like there's something behind it dampening sound.
So we're stuck. Let's hope that we can find a way to get out when it comes down to it.
It's fair. Yeah.
So
That was a lot easier than I thought it would.
Everything is like climbs in, and in this room there is another stone slab with the cranks,
Oh,
and then one to close. So
I'm scared.
Let's just go ahead, start pulling them, see what happens.
No, because... Sorry.
Slowly pull them.
My thought...
Slowly, yes.
Slowly. I have a great concern because this room is wet.
Yes, but there is no other option.
Yeah.
I don't see one anywhere.
Would that room be difficult
So
terrain?
well,
no, it's not like it's not like you're walking through water.
Gotcha.
It's just it looks damp from where things
Gotcha.
had been.
How high does the
Yeah.
ceiling go?
The ceiling is about 20 feet up.
Okay.
Can we see if it's damp up there?
It is. The whole room is
okay.
wet, like it's
So
dripping
just
down.
displacement.
You can't see. You can see a little bit into the water, but it's very dark. You don't know how far it goes down. You can't see the bottom of the small little like inlet that's there.
Yeah, sure.
There's
Yeah.
nothing but the cranks.
Yep.
All right.
Sure.
So Colin
Crank it.
goes. So which one am I turning now? Because
Which
it's
one
the
was the
exact
side-
same setup.
What was the side that made the water start flowing?
So he went here and he cranked this one up, and that's when she started seeing the water flow. He did, so it's the same thing. So basically, like if you were to eliminate this and move this down,
It's the same.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Alright. Pull the one that made the water go.
All right.
Slowly.
And then and then you start seeing in the other room like 2 slots of the wall go and like water starts slowly trickling into it behind you.
We need to close off that door.
Yeah.
He closes it off.
Common, for someone who's not actually here, you're doing a lot of the brunt work.
Hey, that's what I'm here for.
Yep.
Oh, what do you mean I'm not here? I'm here in spirit.
Yeah.
All right, now turn the other one.
Closes up. You hear
work,
like
Horace.
the dampening sound behind you again, and then now it opens into a room with a giant like kind of rock chasm and a rope bridge that goes across. Stalactites up above, and then below you see more rushing water, like kind of flowing through at a rapid pace. The rope bridge does not look in great shape, and the span is about 120 feet. The ceiling itself goes up about another 60 feet, and then it starts having the stalactites. On the other side of the rope bridge, you see another door with like a crank.
Eurythian, while you're spidering, can you weave silk?
Yeah, I can. To the best of my ability, I
he
like.
can't speak.
Yeah,
But you see it goes.
Yeah, like, to the best of my ability, I communicate. Yes, I'm able to make webs.
It's just
Is
like
that
the
yes?
screech, like
Oh
with
my
his
God.
That
mandibles.
horrific monstrosity, a yes.
terrifying.
What the fuck would be a no?
Very informative.
Jumps on your face.
I was picturing a bit more of like a,
Okay.
like some clicks.
I just like
and
the
a growl.
Death squeal. Jesus fuck.
I think Russ just likes doing death streaks.
Yeah.
I do.
Happened with Rathili too.
Fan
Goddamn.
of death screams.
If you are able, would you possibly be able to reinforce that bridge with your webs?
Weave us that butt silk.
I will do that.
Gotta love
I will attempt to do that.
So Rathian goes, and it's an odd feeling for you. Because you've never done it before. You're like,
How do you know?
okay. It's just like,
I've probably,
like,
All right.
I've probably done it before.
It's like a
hey,
food that
what you do with your alone time is your own business. But, yeah, he starts strengthening the rope bridge with like the strand out across, and for the most part, it looks pretty good. It takes him about 20 minutes. He's pretty fast at doing it, and then you start like knowing that you're at the threshold of your limit with your wild shape. When you
Perish.
get to the end,
Aren't spider webs sticky?
they are.
Was this a good idea?
Well, it's not some. I can't say this in character, but
Well, he drop onto the other ledge, and then you have to unbe
Okay.
shape because it's been an hour.
and I'm like this.
Beautiful.
It's not so much sticky as it is the movement allows the spider to tell where its prey is.
Gotcha.
It is not so sticky that you can't move off of it.
Okay. I have to trust you on that one.
Just as well. I'll start making my way
Alright, so you
across
guys,
the bridge.
does Poe have to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay. Poe's like watches you for a little bit. Alright.
I'll follow Bo.
Alright, so you guys make it across the rope bridge, and you're at that other door.
Excellent work.
It is very good.
Coincidentally, I was the spider, and it worked out.
Alright, so this has been about, I'd say, 150 feet from where you guys were. Common starts cranking up the door. It lifts up. And when it lifts up, it opens into like this little hallway. And then you see it open up more into another cavern. And down below, you see a lot of denizens just kind of walking around, ambling. With various like skeletal remains just kind of walking around. They're armed. They have like brass weapons like spears and stuff. And they're crawling around in what looks to be like another underground temple that's down here, that's carved into the face of the wall of whatever cavern it is.
I don't think we are on the right track.
You also notice that there's pressure plates in this little narrow passage.
Let me go first. Step where I step.
Okay, so she works her way kind of around and gets to the edge. You guys can follow it for the most part, especially if you're stepping right after her.
Yeah.
And you get out onto the side of it and look down, and they don't seem to notice you. There's like this kind of a staircase that's been chiseled out of the rock itself. Some places don't look to be that looks to be worn down and broken off, so there's some places you might have to like kind of climb down, but it goes down and deep into where the central area is with this other temple and these things ambling around. Some of them turn to look at you all, and they all just start ambling towards the stairs with dragging their spears.
How many are there?
There's about 30 down there. Looks like skeletons.
How do you guys want to approach this?
Can we get in front?
You have a wand of fireball.
I have a wand of fireball.
You have a
And they're
wonderful-
probably all really tight together, right?
They're getting close together. They're like, they all kind of, so one notices them and starts moving, and then
Oh,
the
they
rest
have
of
to
them.
block
What's my
like this.
smite radius when I use smite?
It's
It's
just
It's just who you hit.
Just the one?
Yeah.
Oh.
Here, you stand in front. I'll make them explode when they get close, and then we'll deal with the stragglers.
All right.
Fun!
So I'm
You
going
gonna wait
front.
for them to get on the stairs?
I'm gonna wait for them to get, like, as they're
Bunched up.
starting to get to the stairs so that they're in a group so I can make them explode.
Okay, so
Right.
they all start getting onto the stairs and moving up, and then a small little bead comes out of the wand that Vazrah has, roll me some damage.
I'm gonna stand right behind Kalika, waiting to take up the stragglers too. Got my longsword. Oh, I'm
So
so
I'm just like the body armor.
I'm so ready. You are the armor in front of me. I'm so ready to hit something with my new sword.
Hot.
Pose like kind of sad. It's like, oh, sword.
Poke and eat a dick. This is my sword now.
That's a funny way to say.
Yeah.
32 points of fire damage.
32. Okay. Yeah, you just see like the vast majority of them just explode in fiery or like brimstone and like bones just kind of shattering, and some of them like embed themselves into the stone wall and the dirt around it. And some of the skeletons that are close by that miss it, they just kind of like they don't even look down at they just keep coming up. There's like 5 left coming up the stairs. And you don't think that they'd be able to climb one part, so you could look down at them and probably shoot them.
What a shame that I don't have any cantrips.
I'll just fire some Eldritch Blast.
All right, after like everyone just starts like taking pot shots at them, like with their arrows and stuff, and eventually like. You're just casting like cantrips.
No, I have no damaging cantrips that would hurt them. I am smacking some bitches. That
But I'm
get
actually.
close.
They can't get close to you because there's like a part that they have to climb up in the stairs.
Oh, okay.
I'm
so
actually using
Don't worry, you'll
bones
get your chance.
as arrows. I'm turning
Conserving
bones into arrows.
Nerithian's reaching from the urns and pulling off like arms and sticking them on his bow, and they turn into Air Force arrow.
That's fucking sick. I love that. Actually.
Sorry, but
I'll use
remains.
my goddamn crossbow.
It doesn't take long. It takes maybe like a minute to dispatch the rest of them, and then it's all pretty quiet and silent in the temple, in the little area.
You guys ready to see if we can jump over that?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll go last. Who's going first?
I'll
Oh,
go first.
I guess guidance.
Oh,
You can.
alright, go for it.
I can throw you.
Alright, yeah, throw me.
Wait,
Can you throw me?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can throw you.
How far is that jump?
Like,
It's not a like large distance. It's like
Throw you like a javelin.
10 feet jump across.
You are a javelin.
Be the javelin. Sorry, yeah, I'll go
Who's
first.
doing whatever I can help you out?
I'll go first.
Guidance.
Alright, so I'm going to try to run and jump horns first.
All right. roll me an athletics check.
And add a d4.
Oh, hell
That's
yeah.
a 17
Plus a d4 plus your
plus
athletics.
6.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
think I'm fine.
Kalika just kind of goes and lands like with her fist on the ground.
Iron Man style.
Badass.
I'll go next.
Looks
A
back.
very
Guidance.
graceful gazelle.
And then a lion just appears and.
It's a good gave me
That's why I
guidance.
went horns first, you know?
It's an athletics check. I'm fucked though.
16.
So we're
Don't
gonna
worry, I
have to
got
chuck
you,
her.
fam.
16? Okay.
16.
Yeah. You get across pretty easy. No problem.
Fabian goes next.
Guidance.
Yes.
That's what's going last minute for everyone else.
Oh, yeah, I'm solid. I'm not even going to worry with the guidance. It's 20.
Okay.
Just as well.
Fabian like jumps and like he just jumps straight and then just lands straight. Looks back at you all. Walks forward a little
Magneto
bit.
I
style.
love that aesthetic. This is fucking great.
He's very rigid.
Bo goes, my turn.
Guidance.
Shit! And he like grabs onto the side of it.
I pull him up.
He's just
Yeah,
a little bit
I'll-
loose. All right.
Oh,
Thank you.
Shit.
You up next?
Huh?
Guidance.
Mama Vaz.
It's athletics, right?
Yeah.
And you add a d4.
So you never actually described what your hair looks like, so I just assume you look like you have just a poof of giant hair and then your
Very
horns go
similar.
up.
So they're like curly horns. They're like,
Yeah, I know. I
okay.
just don't feel like
It's actually a
drawing
10.
that. I just
Even with
imagine like this
guidance.
giant poof
That's all
of
you
hair.
needed.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
you make it
Red
like a little
hair.
wobbly, but then you're like,
Guys, yeah.
then you're like,
Hair feels good.
I'm an elf. I'm a Sealy elf. I got this. It's like you kind of brush it off like you got it. Common, he's like, man, I can try you if you want.
You know what? Good idea. Yes. Guidance on common.
All right. Yeah, he chucks you, and
I'll catch you.
Oh,
We both catch you together.
all right, yeah, you easily catch her. Common just flings fast.
yeah, you're like what, 90 pounds?
I think I'm like 100 pounds with all my equipment.
Wet.
Yeah, 100 pounds
Wet.
soaking wet.
So the Shadow Queen kind of raises her arms out. She's flinged across the chasm. You catch her gracefully.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
And Common just
He just steps. He just steps, and then it's literally like.
Everyone did a great job except for Pooh.
Fucking human.
Bitch. What did he roll?
I couldn't see.
That's what happens when you don't
Did he
have
roll like a
Human.
7 or 8 or
But like he
something?
made
Yeah,
that.
he rolled a 3.
I'm not trying. I never made a pact with anybody.
He felt
Sorry.
we made the
He's a special human.
Don't come.
So you guys walk. You guys make your way to where you first exploded, like the skeletons, and then you're in front of this building again. There's another set of brass doors that are in front of you.
Is there any plaque or anything?
No plaque that you can see.
Let's make Poe touch it again.
Poe, touch it.
I'm just gonna high five you.
It like touches and goes, like flings backwards,
Is he okay?
like slightly fried. Ow!
Hey, how bad are you, dude?
Is he hurt at all?
I mean, he was a little hurt. He only
Lay on
took
hands, Poe.
He only took. Okay. What do you? How much do you want to do?
Roll for that.
You don't roll. You just,
Yeah.
how many
You
points
tell
do
me
you
how
want to
many
put
points.
into him?
You have 30.
You
How
have
many
30.
points?
He took 7 damage.
Oh, I'll put in 7.
Okay.
Just because
Gotta
it was
top
my
it off.
idea. Yeah.
This is odd.
He's the beat.
I'm going to cast
I
a spell
felt
magic on the
guilty.
door.
Okay, that'll work. Yeah, you cast a spell magic, and then you see like this fizzle.
See, Vazrah, you didn't even have to cast Detect Magic.
You're right. It seems we have our own detector.
Correct. Please detect magic is.
I was like, not liking this
It's
situation.
called the Poe metric.
Oh my god. How explosive is something? Poe, touch it.
Poe man's detect magic.
Let's go.
Can someone else take a turn?
No.
Po boy. Po boy magic.
Say it,
Poe,
opens
we
the door.
appreciate you. And I just like awkwardly try to hug him.
Kalika, no.
No,
No.
not what we do. Okay.
Not friends,
I
not
let
that close
go.
of friends yet.
We are cool. We are not that cool.
Yes.
Thank you.
Kalika's a very forgiving person, except for when she's not, which is often.
All right, so you
I
open this
struggle with
door.
social situations.
As you open this door, you see that this room, the central chamber, has nothing but like bones and like what looks to be like preserved rotten flesh, like hanging off the walls and on the ground everywhere. Like it looks to be a temple as well with pews, but it looks like a giant bomb went off and the remains just kind of scattered to the floor and the wall and everything. It doesn't smell like any rotten flesh or anything. It's like preserved, but you can kind of see where it was like exploded out or like blown up. In the very center of the chamber, there is a pillar, and it has what appears to be a book on it. That's just kind of hovering in what looks to be like a blackish kind of light.
Oh man, Vazrah, I wonder which one it is.
You know what? Yeah. I'm going to...
Poe, touch it.
Don't touch it!
No!
Don't t-
I mean, obviously it will do this to me.
I cast detect magic.
Okay, so with Detect Magic, it is heavily necrotic, but it also has like some revivifying kind of aspects in the room itself. It's highly magical. The whole place is very magical. You also see like crystals, 6 of them, 3 on each side of the wall. Rather large ones. They also are glowing with the same kind of magic. As far as the aura that's surrounding the book, it's just straight necrotic energy.
I have a natural resistance to necromancy.
All right.
Let me investigate before we do anything.
I do a dramatic bow and I say, "As you wish, Your Majesty."
Poe goes, kind of bows to. Then-
I cast guidance and I'm gonna see what's going on with the crystals.
so you go in?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm checking to see if there's anything before I take any steps, but
Sure. Okay. So you walk in and you see, right as you walk in behind you, like this field kind of goes boom behind you on the doors. You see the field too in front of you guys, and Vazrah is alone in the room.
Fun.
I cast a spell magic on the field.
Give me your roll.
Do I add my spellcasting modifier, or is it just a straight roll? I can't remember.
I think it is a spellcasting modifier. Let me look it up real quick.
Yep, spellcasting ability check.
Yep.
Can a bard inspire himself?
No, that is a lore thing only.
makes
That's a
sense.
specific subclass for bard.
Nice
I
thought.
wish.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a 16.
You try to cast and like it just kind of fizzles before it hits the energy.
Shit.
Oh,
Wait, so we
because a
can't get
lore
to it?
bard could literally just remember a story. And be like,
Common just goes. He walks.
shit, that's so inspiring.
Common just like goes towards the thing like to hit it, and his arm goes through, and then you see him go, and he pulls into the room as well.
Oh, okay, cool. I do that.
Okay,
guys, I literally
Should someone stay on the outside?
I will.
Of course you will, Poe.
Can we hear?
I can't
From-
leave. Yes.
Poe, jump in.
I literally just said let me do it alone. I have a natural resistance to things. It will
I
kill me
don't
less.
trust this.
You're not going alone in this, Vazrah.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
party's
absolutely not.
literally blown up everywhere.
Certainly. I mean, I've dealt with worse. I'm from worse.
Fair.
Didn't you say there were like gems on the walls and stuff?
Yeah, there's 3 like crystals
what
that
I
are
was going to
embedded in
check
the
out.
wall themselves.
And that's on the room that is past this one? Or...
No, this is just into the large central room. So you
Okay,
have a
gotcha.
pillar. I'll draw it.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah.
And it's not going to look like a steampunk penis.
Is that the name of today's episode?
Steampunk
Steampunk penis.
Dear God, you guys never listen to me.
That's right. And it's gotten us this far.
Who actually listens to their moms?
Get out of here.
Hey kids, don't go touch the.
I'ma touch the thing. I'ma touch the button.
Remember
You
that-
got there.
Remember that one time we didn't, remember that one time we didn't listen to you and then we died but we didn't die?
Yeah, I do.
And then we didn't
I
listen
regret
again
everything.
and we didn't die but we still almost kind of died.
Yeah, I recall these things. These are things that I recall.
I don't
For what
believe
it's
you.
worth.
It has a shape. It's taking shape.
It has a deliberate shape.
Very deliberate.
It's trying very hard.
Oh,
I
I
am
like
very
when
hard.
rooms have stuff like that, like corners nicely, you know.
Yeah, except I feel like this room's gonna explode.
It's like a really
Like it's all cool and shit until you realize that we are going to die.
Is that the ball of energy thingy?
Yep.
Don't touch anything. If I explode, run.
All right.
Common. Did you go through?
I went through.
Post staying outside.
How
I'm still
necromantic.
on the outside, yeah.
And Nerithian. So,
You can't spell necromantic without romantic.
all right. So, where do you want to go to first? The circle things that I drew on the wall. That's like where the crystals are. They're large and black.
I'll go check out the gemstones.
Okay.
I will not touch them, but I will see what's up.
Common comes with you.
Come on, please stay behind, please.
All right, guys.
Come on, go back to the portal.
All right.
All right, Vaz. I'm going to go back.
I cast command. Portal.
Shit.
Shit.
I think that's an it say.
All right.
Hey, Common.
I can't go through it though.
Yeah, no, just wait here with me, Common.
That doesn't make sense. I don't want to do that. All right, so you get up here, and you start looking at the crystals. Give me an investigation check.
27.
Okay.
Real
Add
casual.
that guidance to it, didn't you? bud?
Sorry, you had to beat 30.
So they look. So the crystals themselves look very sturdy. They look to be made of some kind of hard rock. They also look to be, from what you can tell, magically reinforced by some runic things that are on them. You don't see how they work or anything. They don't seem to be connected to a mechanism of any variety. They're giving off a faint light, so you're like, maybe it's like the light for the place, illuminating a little bit. Other than Bradley's black light, those things are giving like a soft hue in here that makes the place dimly lit.
Okay. I will move close to the book and investigate it as best I can. After casting guidance.
Okay. So once you get here, the bones on the ground, like you see the crystals go, and the bones in the ground and the flesh start forming and turn into creatures that just start standing up in random places all throughout the place.
Hey guys. You know how Vazrah just said don't come in?
Yes, Vazrah did just say don't come in.
When does command expire?
It lasts around.
Do
Yeah.
I?
It's
So
just
he's
around.
done.
It was literally just go.
Yeah. And he did.
Guys, maybe do come in.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna come in.
Oh God.
And I know Vazrah said no, but
And initiative.
I have rolled this.
see, that's why I came in.
What the fuck?
Are you in?
Because this seemed like a
I'm
boss
in.
room.
Yeah, no, I completely agree.
And are you in?
Yeah.
Are you
Why?
in?
Why is that the one thing I'm good at rolling?
This fucking mind bullshit. You're
Oh,
bullshit.
Bradley's saying out? Oh, Bradley's like, fuck your
You didn't
shit.
go in.
I'm too.
If he
Alright.
doesn't, I'm going to roll for persuasion to convince him to come back in.
Okay, roll me a perception check to see if you even notice with all these things rising up.
That is a 18.
Yeah, you notice them.
No, I was saying I roll a persuasion to get him to come back the
Okay,
fuck
what
in.
do you say?
Get your ass in here. You have a book to get. Should I roll persuasion?
Yes.
This is a 27.
Failed.
Fine.
Right.
25 to 20.
I got 22.
22 Larren. All right.
Or no, 20 exactly.
20?
I'm bad at math.
Okay. 20 to 15.
18.
18 Erithian.
I had guidance and I rolled that low, man.
17.
16,
For
and I was
common?
like 18, right?
All right, so 15 to 10.
13.
13 for Fabian. 10 to 5.
5.
Oh.
Oh,
paladin.
And I'm in the middle.
Damn.
I'm gonna fucking
Vazrah.
die.
What'd you roll? A 1?
2.
Oh, fuck.
And I had guidance. And I rolled a 1.
What did you roll?
She rolled a. I don't think that's a
She
problem.
didn't even roll a die.
And then Kalika. You don't have to tell me what you rolled. We just know it sucks.
Feel the shame.
You're not gonna die. Don't worry. I got you.
I turned dead.
I know. I'm joking.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. As long as I can survive the initial round.
It's the biggest oof of the day.
Hey guys, let's fuck some
Hey,
shit
now,
up.
You're an
Except
all-star.
for me until
Get your
later.
game on.
That's
Go
a
play.
beacons,
No, delete that.
The beacons of Gondor are lit oof. Like Rohan's literally like oof.
I'm traveling to Isengard. To Isengard. To Isengard. What's that song? I forget. All right. Ooh, okay. Ugh. Alrighty.
We're all dead.
So the skeletons go after Larren.
Hell yeah. Because initiative's the one thing I can roll good.
All right, so Larren, your go.
Okay, I'm gonna move up in between these two, just right there, and I'm gonna cast Thunderwave.
So Larren runs over and he goes, and he like kind of shouts, and like from him, this wave of energy and thunder just kind of goes zoom, and reverberates out from him.
And all the enemies are paralyzed and nothing else.
It's a con
Because
save,
this
just
is
so yeah.
Pokemon.
I mean, that's still damn good.
That's true. Paralysis
What's the
in
DC?
D&D does not fuck
16.
around.
All right, they both make it.
Fuck. Alright, so they take 3 damage.
Okay,
Epic.
this one. They made it.
they
They don't
don't
fly.
fly. If they save.
They save, yeah.
Oof.
Literally just like,
I dealt 3 damage to 2 zombies.
Great start. Great,
That's 6 damage net.
great start.
I made 900 net pay. What's your gross? 6.
You're gross.
You're gross.
All right, so
Now I'm gonna die.
Just blinking.
Stab, stab, stab.
Oh god.
I was honestly
They're
thinking about
rogue
this one.
zombies. They get
I
critical
did
backstab.
make a giant noise.
You did.
Oh god.
Yeah, 300
There
feet
you go,
worth of
Vazrah.
noise.
Yep.
Oof.
Oh god.
This is what was expected.
Oof. Are you trying to murder yourself?
Ever care who wrote the called
He
Martyr?
said, never mind. What? He was
I-
going for
I
Fabian and he
expected
said,
this.
never mind, and went
Never
back
mind.
towards Vazrah.
Yep. That's about right.
That seems about right for
Like
this,
literally.
for this game. Vazrah, what the fuck? Oh my god.
okay.
If I can survive this round, I will be fine. I just have to survive this round.
AC Vazrah.
18.
All right. It's a good AC.
It is.
is.
It is a good AC.
If only I could have shields.
That's actually better than mine, even.
Okay. Yeah.
Damn.
Is there a thing that gives me
It
proficiency
might be
in
20
shields?
soon.
So, miss,
I may actually
Hit.
have the lowest AC of all of
hit,
us right
miss,
What's yours?
miss, miss.
I think.
Oh shit.
It's only 2 hits.
Now I've got 16
Okay.
as well.
now. Okay, we're tied then.
I'm sufficiently smackable.
Yeah.
15 damage.
What kind of damage?
Beautiful, snackable.
They are stabbing. So yeah, Vazrah sits there and she kind of looks around and you see all the skeletons kind of run up to her and start stabbing at her. A lot of them, like, she just kind of dodges away from deftly, but a couple of them land. It doesn't look like it hurt her too bad. What's your AC?
16.
Hit twice.
Yeah. We were just talking about that.
Said all smackable.
8 damage.
Maybe he's born with it.
Larren.
Dude, my other
Wait, how much
campaign,
damage?
I have,
8 damage.
8 damage?
19
19
AC.
and I still get hit all the time.
1 hit. 6 damage. All right. And then
What the fuck?
Did the walls
And then
have...
the T-Rex.
Fuck me up, Dad.
And then the Batu tears through the wall. It found us! No!
Fuck me up, Dad.
Just like Jurassic Park style.
Yeah.
from the ground, more things
This is why I
appear.
came in.
Oh boy.
Agree.
Oh
I was
boy.
being a mom.
Oh boy.
I expected something along these lines.
Holy shit!
You know how we just instantly killed 30-something zombies? Yeah, no, we didn't.
Good lord.
Okay. Yeah, so the things flash. The crystals all flash on the wall, and then you see roughly 2 things rise up from the bones and the flesh on the floor as they flash. All right, so they don't get to move this turn because they were brought this turn. Nerithian.
Bear.
Apparently they were reinforced.
Immediately becomes bear. Alright, let me mark that real right quick. Alright.
I have AoE.
So-
You have that much AoE.
There's a lot of AoE on your side.
Not the thing to use without killing me.
Okay,
I mean, you
so
could
the
aim
one the one that's right beside
the
me.
right distance away from not killing
I'm
you.
going
This
to
one?
yeah, I'm gonna bear assault his ass.
So,
So that's going to be a bite and then a claw. D8.
The wolf
What?
bear.
Nerithian pops into a bear form, even though it looks like a wolf. It's not. It's a bear wolf.
Man.
It's a
Bear,
bear. No, don't listen to what anyone tells you. That's a bear.
Bear with us.
I'm deaf. Wow, are you
As he becomes a bear,
Megan?
as he
like
becomes a
dungeons.
bear, he kind of scoots you over into a different space. Like,
Oh God! All right, so I'll do bite first, and these are magical. So yeah, I assume they don't have resistances, but if
no,
they
that counts
do,
as magical
yeah.
later. It doesn't count as magical yet.
Oh, okay.
so they have. Anyway, yeah. You know that they can't be poisoned. You know that they can't be poisoned.
Yeah, we got a book about it. I assumed we
Yeah,
discussed
you guys have
the
been,
kind
you know,
of.
like the kind of things that.
What was that
can
book
do to
called?
it.
Monster Manual. Okay. I accept it.
Dead.
Darren's Book of the Dastardly
terrible.
Dead.
Not only did I miss this
We know
box,
a dude at work named
I
Darren. He wrote
rolled
something
terribly.
Like that.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So the
Darren's a
bite
cunt.
was a 6 to hit.
Okay, miss.
I don't know who
Or wait, no, that wasn't to hit. I'm stupid. A D20 is to hit.
Your
Giant
6 is a
red
modifier.
I still definitely do not
Red
hit
hair.
Okay, what's your roll?
for the bite.
I love it.
Okay, yeah, you miss.
But it's like giant.
And then
All right, and then the
claw.
claw. That is
we gotta
16.
get art.
16?
I know.
Yeah, you hit.
Sweet.
Draw me some of
Like
that.
the art will literally just be
We'll
like
see
all
here.
horns. Like just draw
Horns and
on a
hair.
page.
D6
It'll be
plus.
horns and hair.
And these aren't humanoids, so it's going to be 2d6 plus 4. All right. 13 damage.
13. Okay. It is still up.
Yep.
All right. So next is Common. Vazrah!
Oh no.
Common, the only one who didn't have any zombies on him.
Oh no, I had a plan. Oh no, the plan no longer works.
Does it? Would it hit it? What? I have a plan. I don't have a plan.
Sick.
Exploding.
All right. He knocks one.
Your balders
He
getting
just like
chunked it.
comes down with the warhammer, and then bursts the other half. And he's like, oh, he's raging.
Yay!
All right, Fabian.
All right, so Fabian is going to fireball in this direction right here, enough to where hopefully he'll be able to hit all these people without hitting Vazrah.
So what's the range on it?
That's what I'm looking at. I think it's
20-foot
I think it's 20
radius.
foot.
Yeah.
So 5,
Yeah, it's 20 foot.
15, 20, 25. So here or here would probably be where you want to place it.
Yeah, so how many would that hit?
It would hit everybody but Vazrah, I think.
Okay.
So,
So
we'll
excluding
measure,
that
we'll
and
measure
excluding
it out.
that, right?
We'll measure it out.
Gotta get a measuring tape.
5, 10, 15, 20. You said 25, right?
20
20.
feet. Yeah,
20.
it's 20 foot radius.
20. Yeah. So it hit this guy, and 10, 15, 20. It hit this guy. It hit that guy,
Okay.
and then yeah, it wouldn't hit that guy.
Okay, but it would hit
We gotta get those templates.
others.
Yeah,
So
it'd be
basically,
nice.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, cool. Dope. Doing that.
You should 3D print templates for it.
Yeah, I'm going to. That's a good idea. And it's 86. That's so sick.
It is hot.
No, it's not. It's
Dude,
cold.
sometimes if you look up like some of the high level wizard spells and you see the dice that tells you to roll, you're like, no fucking way.
Spellcasters are fucking fun, man.
Yeah.
Till they run out.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do an overall roll to see if they make it.
Fireball's one of those.
Seven.
They do not.
Yeah.
It was
You have a bit.
17 damage. Wait, hang on 1 second. Did I do it right?
14.
Yeah, 17 damage.
17 damage.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
It's low.
Kalika's gonna be our savior in this.
That was a fire poof, not
If
a
I ever get a
fireball.
chance to go.
You go last.
Everyone's dead. What do?
Cry.
Cry.
Crying is a free action unless you want to super cry, which is a free action. Killing yourself as an action.
Who was it that ugly crowd? Was that Caliana?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, so the fireball also like chips a little bit of the crystals, like breaks them a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
Let's do that.
Yeah, just let me shatter a bitch. Because I think I can hit
All three.
all three on one wall and break it. Because they have disadvantage on the save.
All right, so all of them are still up though. After a fireball is cast into the middle of it, explodes really close to you. You can feel like the flame off of it, but it goes like right in front of your face.
Are they magic?
All right, so now it is Vazrah's turn.
I use my action to use my channel divinity to turn undead.
Okay.
You're undead now?
That was what 11-year-old Alan
All
thought,
undead
man.
in 30 feet of me make a wisdom save.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do a one wisdom save for all.
That's horrifying.
I remember playing Morrowind and seeing
Maybe
a
I'll break it
spell-
up by twos.
a spell say turn undead, and I was like, why the fuck am I going to do that?
How many? What range?
30 feet.
Okay, I'll roll for each one of them. Fail, 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 fail,
Hits the.
fail,
That hits
fail,
all of them, except
Fail.
for the ones on this far area.
fail, fail,
And that
Fail.
one very hard.
fail, and okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all of them fail, and what does it do? Again?
They
Massive amounts of damage.
I know.
No.
Yeah, I know.
Massive
If the
amounts of get
undead
the
fails the
fuck away
save, it is
from
turned
me.
for 1 minute or until it takes any damage.
Which means it's scared.
He runs away from her,
Yeah, it has to move away. It can't be within 30 feet of
and
me.
that'll be on its next turn.
Yes.
And no reactions or actions other than.
Because it's not like that one thing that you cast where they do it immediately. Yeah. Okay.
That's a separate.
I don't know what the aesthetic for that is.
So, as Vazrah's standing there, she just kind of reaches down, and you see her pull like strands of shadow up into a ball, and then she just kind of unleashes it out into the air from her. And then as she does, like this horrendous face, like just kind of appears. It's the same shadowy face of the creature that like follows you around, except this time it goes and like goes through each of the bodies of the undead, and the undead like just kind of start backing away from her.
To that degree, what the pedestal that I'm right next to, what does it look like?
So it's a stone pedestal. It doesn't have any markings or anything that you can see. On top of the pedestal, because it's about 5 foot tall, you see the book, and the book is hovering in like this bluish energy that you can see with your eyes, like faintly glowing. But with your detect magic, you saw that it was like a hard necrotic energy.
Okay, when I was using detect magic, did it seem like it would react volatilely if touched?
It did. Yeah, it's a protection of the book around it.
Gotcha. All right. So with that in mind, I'm going to use my bonus action to Blessing of the Raven Queen. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay.
I'm now a spooky ghost.
All right. So after she casts it from herself, she like turns almost ethereal and just kind of disappears and then reappears in that ethereal kind of state again. All right. So Kalika.
Right.
Oh, oh, my bad. Poe.
Oh. No, not for you today.
Poe.
Cry
Poe
about it.
runs up. 5, 10, 15. He's like kind of nervous that he went around the flank, but you can tell that he's fought before.
But yeah, thanks for flanking.
No problem.
Frankly, I would like to thank you. Flank you.
Everyone else took it down.
My
Lots of
flanks.
damage.
Doesn't kill him.
Thank you very much.
That is. You gave him a short sword,
Dad
right?
jokes are
Or did you give
I
him
gave
a
him a
long sword?
scimitar.
Scimitar?
So it's the same thing as a short sword.
Okay.
I really don't know why they're separated. So it's not just an aesthetic choice.
You know what?
It goes
He's
fast
gonna
and light.
take an action
His
surge.
short sword is simple.
That might be it.
No, it's not it.
So he takes an
It's-
action
it's a
surge
separate thing.
and hits again.
Static.
Yeah. And he knocks this one down. Hitting it 3 times with an action sword. See how that's smaller than the other?
Yeah.
So he runs behind it and goes and like lops off the skeleton's head at the end, and it kind of crumbles to bones on the ground. All right, Kalika.
Hello. I am going to come up. 20, 25 to this dude.
If you move one more over, you can flank him. Yeah, there you go.
Dude.
That means you get advantage on attacks.
I'm going to
Smack a bitch.
smack a bitch.
You get to roll with advantage, so you roll twice and take the higher one.
Smack.
Yeah, well,
Up.
15. So the 15. So that's 23 to hit.
Yeah.
I'm going to bludgeon him and smite him.
So bludgeoning damage is actually really good against these guys.
Skeletons be like that.
So 13 of bludgeoning.
Especially in Skyrim.
Oh, you get an additional D8
fall
because
apart
they're
so-
undead.
so great.
Also, those are D10s, not D8s.
It's really just
Awkward.
any weapon on Skyrim,
Awkward
but
The
moves.
skeletons are
There we
the
they
go.
just fall apart, yeah,
Need this
as soon as you hit them. It's so satisfying.
Okay.
So you
You
did
said that.
13.
7. Yeah, the first one was 13, 8, and 14 for the smite.
Radiant damage.
She just runs up behind it and just kind of whacks it in two with
You don't
her
get a second
maul.
attack.
All right, Larren, you are up, my friend.
Alright, I'm gonna attack that one that Vazrah is facing
Okay.
with one attack. I'm gonna assume like a 23 hits.
It hits.
Yeah.
You can assume that a 16 will probably hit. They're not wearing any armor or anything.
Then that's 2 hits on that one, dude. And I'm also going to I'll expend 2 bardic inspirations to double the slashing, or do 2 slashing flourishes to deal damage to that other one as well. So
All right.
let me just let me roll how much damage the extra damage. 7. Okay, so both of them take 11 damage. Now the dude in front of me takes more. 14 plus 4. So he takes, that one dude right in front of me takes 43, and the other dude just takes 11.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah. So he pulls out his rapier and he.
No, this is my longsword.
Oh, your longsword? Yeah.
Yeah.
You see him pull it out, like the lightning kind of pulsates off of it as he slices up through it, and like the electrical energy just kind of goes through it and explodes one of the arm bones off of the creature, and then it just kind of collapses in on itself.
This is Storm Soul.
Skeletons.
Just they said, "Oh, it's my sword."
You can eat a dick. They have to run away from Vazrah.
Yes, they have, and then
They have no option to do anything
right.
else but run away from Vazrah.
Yep,
Yes, from
they use their
close.
full dash actually.
Yeah. And if they can't, they have to take the dodge action if they can't move any farther from her. As a like cowering at the corner.
All of them.
Yeah, no, seriously, that's why Vazrah being in this situation wasn't bad.
Yeah, like it looked bad. If I was able to survive the first onslaught, I was gonna be fine.
Yeah.
You know what? They're just going to dash. They won't be able to take turns, but. Can they dash? What do you think they can dash? We'll say that they can't dash. Actually, yeah. If they dash to run away, they can dash to attack.
Anything can dash.
Yeah.
It's just doubling your movement. Using your action as a movement action.
All right. So, Nerithian, you're going to get attacked 3 times. What's your AC?
Bear, it's 11. So it's safe to assume they all hit.
They do. All right. So you take 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 damage.
Yes, okay.
All right. One skeleton attacks you, Fabian. Hits. You take 6 damage. All right. Poe gets hit and a miss. Poe takes 4 damage. All right, Kalika. You get hit. You take 8 damage.
No.
Larren. You get missed and hit. You take 3 damage. Piercing.
Yeah.
All of this is piercing common. He gets attacked. And they can dash, but these don't get to that. All right, and he takes 4 damage halved. So 2 damage.
Barbarian life.
All right.
Can we bust those stones?
I think we're gonna have
They
to.
look like they're damaged.
That's the puzzle here, bud. But yeah, no, same. I've got a thing now because there's so many grouped up near it,
Oh, perfect. You guys should have recognized Fireball.
and he casts fireball. Oh,
Oh,
Everett's there.
excuse me.
Yeah, Everett's here.
Pardon me.
All right, they don't get to move their turn. So, all right, it is now
You just leave.
Nerithian's turn.
All right, so this sucks. This sucks butt.
what gave you that? Give you that idea?
Crystals. Yeah, at this point in time, you realize every time that crystal flashes,
Yeah.
more of the bones knit themselves together.
Oh, and the crystals are only on those 2 corners, right?
Yeah.
That you can tell.
Honestly, there's people with AoE range.
Yeah,
You are not
you
one
don't
of
need to
them.
worry about it.
Okay. Yeah. There's so many dudes near me, though. Okay.
Yeah, so smack up a dude.
There's so many guys here.
You got multi attacks. You can hit multiple people with one thing.
I get true. I guess I'm gonna do.
Yeah, I realize how boneheaded I was.
Yeah, actually, I didn't even think about that. I am able to
What?
split the 2 attacks.
I hit 2 people and I just couldn't get it through.
So I'm gonna do one. I'm gonna do bite on the guy I hit last time, the white dude there, and then do claw on the gray guy in front of me.
Okay.
So we'll do bite first.
Guess they're just gonna come back.
That would be a 14
Hit.
plus 5. Okay, yeah.
I honestly regret
And
spending
then,
my spice.
so it's 1d8.
I gotta take one off.
There's a lot of cleanup to deal with once we get them done.
God,
Assuming you
fuck you guys. So that's a total of 5 damage on the bite.
Okay, so it doesn't take him out. He's still up.
Yeah,
He
and
looks
then-
rough for wear.
And then Gray McGrayson Gray there, Gray's Anatomy,
Oh my god.
is gonna take, let's see, 14 to hit.
Yeah, you hit.
Sweet.
Yeah, see, this sucks for us, but you gotta remember Russ has to keep track of which ones have taken damage and which ones haven't.
I
Yeah,
have a
true that.
way of doing that.
Yeah.
When they ran away, it made it more confusing.
Yeah.
I bet. I regret
So
nothing.
now I
14
am
on the claw.
14. Well, okay.
2d6 is way better than 1d8.
All right.
There.
Way better.
Common. He misses twice.
That's a shame because he does double damage.
All right. So, Fabian.
I hadn't decided what I wanted to do yet.
Fireball near the crystals.
I'm gonna burn my last spell slot in case I need to escape.
The warlock conundrum.
Yeah, it's the struggle.
The rogue conundrum. I don't want to expend anything unless, just in case I want to escape.
Alright, so I guess what I'm gonna do is there's 6 of them. If y'all AoE, you're going there. Okay. So I'm going to Eldritch Blast. I'm going to use both of them, but I want to see what happens first. I'm going to shoot an Eldritch Blast at the crystal that's right there on the far right.
Okay. So one hasn't been damaged yet. The two of them have.
Yeah.
Okay. What'd you hit?
That is a 19.
You hit.
Oh, sorry, no, that's 22. But anyways,
yeah, you hit.
And then damage is
There's so much stuff.
D10.
On this
I've never
battlefield.
seen that much stuff.
Same.
I love Warhammer.
Yeah.
That was 11 damage.
Warhammer.
Okay.
I did
So
play
yeah,
Warhammer.
you cast your thing
did
and
play
it like
Warhammer.
hits it and it does some damage to it,
Yeah,
but
I
it
played
still
the
seems to be
Undead Army.
I'm
functioning.
going to fire the second one at it.
It's
Okay.
fun. These suck.
That's 15.
15.
Yep.
With that, you see the crystal completely like kind of blow up, and then it stops. And like kind of
Okay.
is fizzing.
We did the puzzle, guys.
The puzzle.
We figured out the puzzle.
We've gotten it.
All right, so Vazrah.
I'm going to fire a fireball like here.
Okay.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Okay. So like it'll get this whole area. All right.
Neat.
You will find every single one of my d6s. And mark off a charge.
When you see her grab all the D6s, is the face I just made.
Yeah, like I said, I love playing Warhammer.
All the percentile dice.
No, Warhammer uses a lot of D6s. Actually, exclusively D6s.
27 points of fire damage.
All right. So you see the 3 gems, and all of these just disappear, and these 3 gems. fizzle out of
Nice.
existence.
Right.
All right.
And then
Oh,
5, 10. I'm going to use my bonus action to cast Spiritual Weapon.
Where is what do you call it? What's your spiritual weapon
Roulette.
name?
It's right
Roulette. Where's roulette? Oh yeah, that's roulette.
And
Oh yeah, and for the millionth time, we keep forgetting Harambe.
Yeah, no,
Stayed on
fuck.
the outside.
He's outside.
Yeah.
He's like,
See, that's why nobody plays Rangers.
I'm gonna assume that a 9 does not hit with my Spiritual Weapon.
does not.
Just as well.
All right, Kalika. Actually, Poe.
Because he's here.
And
Guys,
he
don't
misses both
forget.
times.
Guys, don't forget Poe.
All right, Kalika.
All right, I am going to. Let's see.
This is a clusterfuck.
Yes.
No. Don't worry. I got.
Now I'm averaging damage in your favor, so like if you guys do a certain amount, I'm just like, yes, dead. Like,
Then I'm just gonna hit
Horde battles be
dude
like
first.
okay.
15.
I like these
Hit.
undead a lot. Mine are the ones with the
6,
square
10
faces.
bludgeoning damage.
10.
There.
Okay. Just 10 bludgeoning overall.
Yeah, overall I'm not
Makes them
gonna
also
smite
a
him.
lot easier to
Okay.
stand up.
You get 2 attacks. Did you roll
And
for both of them?
I just rolled for the one right now.
Yeah.
Is he dead yet?
No.
Okay, well then I'll attack him again.
No!
That's all right.
Get a scop.
It's all right.
Escape.
missed. No, I'm just kidding. They roll off the table.
That's why we roll in the trays.
We all have these trays, and we're like, nah.
Let's roll
mine.
anywhere else. I roll in mine too.
That's 20.
I just
that's
happened to see
22.
this sitting
Yeah,
there, so
for
I was
sure.
like, I'm gonna roll in that.
And it's just so convenient.
Yeah.
Yeeks 11, 15. To that dude.
Don't need to smite that.
Fug'em with a G.
Do you move?
2 G's.
And that's.
Fug'em.
Do you want to move?
Do you want to?
Yeah, I'm gonna move behind that guy.
Okay, you just put them
this
where
guy.
you want to be. Okay.
Hey, I'm right here.
What?
Not
Tell me
on
what
the
you want.
square.
What I really want. There.
These two. I'm gonna shatter.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast shatter.
All right.
Nice boom.
Big boom.
They fail.
So yeah, that's 13 damage. That
Okay.
also affects the crystals.
It does. But there's only 2. Okay, it means that they're. Okay, 4 crystals.
Get out of here, you crystal bitches.
And
This
they
ain't
seem fine. They're fine.
Everything's fine.
Fine, it's fine. It's fine.
Everything's fine. Nothing was never fine.
Things like so god. So god.
Wait, the crystals are there? Still there?
Oh, 2 of them.
That's still summoning things.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got help coming.
So
Some of them still have
one
one
can
damage.
attack.
Cummins having a
Yep, Spirit
fucking
Guardians.
party. He's having a rave. I'm having a rave and I don't like it. I'm about to totally get smacked out of bear, like super quick.
They're just trying to like heave around common.
Oh my god, Common!
He's just like, oh, this
is fine.
God, ugh.
Alright, well, he gets basically attacked.
237.
Miss. Miss. Hit. Nope. Miss. Miss. Come on, Everett, miss. I only hit once.
They're all just like,
And it does half damage to him.
and he's just like,
It's like the stupidest thing ever. He took 3 damage. Dude,
yes.
whatever.
barbarian.
Whatever.
He immediately goes out of rage because he can't even be mad at that.
How can you be mad at that? You. Oh boy. They all hit.
Oh.
We just blow them all up.
Hit.
I got a plan.
Oh, gosh. I mean,
Come on.
it's not looking good for him. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
This is
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 damage to Poe. He looks rough.
fuck you up, Poe.
Why did I come in this room?
Because I told you to, bitch.
Made perfect sense at the moment.
Oh no.
All right, Kalika, hit. Oh, 8. Larren, 1.
Mighty 8.
Miss. Hit. Hit. You said 18, right?
19.
19. Miss. So 2 hits.
When they start attacking me, just let me know if any of them actually roll lower than 11.
8. Okay, I will.
Just gotta know what misses. Right with hits.
Yeah.
So they all hit.
Sweet.
You take 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 damage.
Perfectly what was left of bear. Sweet.
So you bounce out of bear.
Yeah. No damage carries over. That's actually really cool.
Convenient.
They literally just like. Okay, all right.
Fine.
All right, so now it's Nerithian's turn.
Oh fuck! I'm gonna run the absolute fuck away from everything.
I hope that you do. That would give me attacks of
Welcome to
opportunity.
I know, right?
Happy City. Disengage is an action, but
Disengage is, in fact, an action.
I hate
Hold on
that.
just a second.
'Cause that
There's
thing's so
one
good.
thing. Are we taking a
only
break, by the
crit
way?
Huh?
Break. 9.
Here in a minute.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
This, I think, like with AOE, you guys are probably wrapping up the battle.
does anyone remember what Tunnel Fighter does?
What?
Does anyone remember what Tunnel Fighter does for Ranger 5e?
not enough.
I need
that
to
you
look
should
it
take
up. Yeah. Because that's probably what I'm about to use. I just remember it's some kind of
really
defensive thing.
You're not in the tunnel.
Tunnel
up.
snakes rule.
Shut up. Tunnel snakes rule. I'll show you a real snake, Amada.
All right. Is it based off a class?
No, it's a
It's
a
an
fighting
style.
It's also an unearthed arcana fighting style. It's not in.
I remember
normal
you
5e.
showed it to me and I approved it.
All right, here we
remember
go.
what it
Excel
does.
defending, blah, 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 blah. But as a bonus action, you enter a defensive stance that lasts until the start of your next turn. While in that stance, you make opportunity attacks without using your reaction. And you use your reaction to make a melee attack against a creature that moves more than 5 feet within your reach. Interesting. I'm not sure if that translates to useful or not here, but
Only if they move away from you.
yeah, I was,
Which I don't
or
think they're
move
gonna do.
within 5 feet. I mean, they're
Yeah.
already all within 5 feet of me,
true.
so that's pointless.
Yeah.
So,
And
sweet
commons
total
on
hell.
deck. While you're doing that, I'm gonna roll
Makes
his.
it sound like you can get into the style
Twice.
action, disengage, and step away.
All right, so we are going to rapier. What's his name? The white guy in his mouth. Ooh, really?
Well, I'm just you do your attacks. I'm just doing common to get him out of the way.
Gotcha. So
He's right after you.
I'm going to rapier.
Unless you wanted to attack
rapier.
that guy from far away.
I'm going to rapier the guy that is white. Oh my goodness. I will accept that because it was an 18 plus 7.
Yeah. All
Valid.
right.
Oh man,
big
1d8.
blue.
I'm sick of these d8s. These d8s
Better than
are not
D6s.
great. I don't know, man.
Better than
Two
D4s.
d6s are better, but let's see. So 8 damage.
It's enough.
Finally.
All right. What
Just
else?
Stick him right in his rib cage.
What else you doing?
Shadow.
God, I really want to move away, but I don't want to get smacked.
You should move
So
away.
I shouldn't have been able to.
Don't listen to anything the DM
I know,
says.
like with my AC, if I was like a monk with like 20 AC, it would be different.
All right.
but
So
I'll just stick.
common swings twice at one. He's like just surrounded by the undead, but he beats one like away from him and shatters onto the ground. Fabian,
Oh, you already know what I'm doing.
you cast a fireball at common.
Yes.
No.
Okay, roll your attacks.
God, you're sadistic. Jesus.
I mean, you can take it.
Fucking sadist. All right, so those 2 crystals over there, I'm gonna energy punch them in the face. That is a 16,
Hit.
and I'm gonna roll damage first because I want to watch and see what happens.
Okay.
That is 10 damage,
Yep, that's enough for that one. One busts.
and I'm gonna go with the other one. That is a 15 hits.
Hit.
And 8 damage.
Still up.
Ah,
Did you mark the one off? Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like right there,
Yeah.
but still up. All right, Vazrah, do you move?
no.
Okay.
I have no reason to.
Hi.
Do you Misty Step?
Cast Toll the Dead on the.
Yeah. Fuck your gym. I use my action to cast Spirit Guardians. Everything within 15 feet of me. I'm designating party members and Poe as people not to attack,
Poe is a party member.
and everything else has to make a Wisdom save.
15
Don't
feet?
attack party members. Oh, and Poe.
Fucking Poe. Little bitch.
Okay, so. All right, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wisdom saves. What's the DC?
15.
I mean, okay, they all fail.
Yep.
So once again, Vazrah casts her spell, and you see from the shadows this elongated creature with like chains and wrappings off of it, shrouded with just an eye sticking through, kind of like appear.
Get them.
I care about it.
Return the slack.
Care about
And,
it.
and
Don't
much
do it.
like when you cast your when you cast out your turn undead, it like
Kinda.
moves through the creatures too, but it moves through like attacking it. Like, what's the damage?
15 points of radiant damage.
Ooh, that one should be dead. Or those should be dead.
Sick. That was loud. Sorry, but seriously,
5,
sick.
10, 15. 5, 10.
When there's
15,
like
20,
400
25.
things on the map and you see like 8 of them go away,
30.
you're like, yes.
Everything within 15 feet of me makes a Wisdom save.
Nice.
It'd be like that.
And bones aren't known for being wise.
10, 15,
If only they had some brains.
one gets away.
What?
That one.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
His
7,
input.
8, 9. You want me to roll for commentary?
No, he's a party.
One passes. I'm just gonna start from the top and work my way down. 1 fail. 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 Fail.
What a surprise!
Fail.
Vazrah is the
Fail.
MVP.
Fail. So one makes it. The others fail.
Hot. That is 14 points of radiant damage.
Okay. Okay, fine. So
He kills you too.
Good.
As a bonus action, can I kill?
I don't want to be alive right now. Sick. Sick. Nasty.
Just the one.
yeah, the one that saved. All right.
Murder.
Oh. Hits. Bam.
Alan died.
All right, now, Kalika.
I'm just gonna hit the dude right in front of me.
He's already taking damage.
The one
so.
dude I can, and that is a 19. So.
Oh, he should have exploded too.
Hits.
He was within 15 feet of
Now,
Vazrah.
oh,
Yeah, he should have exploded. Yeah. Just roll the. Go over
Never
to
mind.
another one.
Somebody else.
Yeah, let me just go to
you want to flank right here?
Yeah, let me flank that guy, and that's still a 19. So I'm gonna hit him.
All
I mean,
hail the
undead
Queen
man.
of
You
Shadows.
don't too
Six.
power clear.
Huh?
And then I'm gonna smite him.
That's good as the first
Wait, how
thing
much?
in a range,
6.
and
60
if I
Yeah, no,
damage.
that's exactly what it is.
6 bludgeoning. I got 18.
You are
Okay,
correct.
cool. Yeah.
Or 19. Did it kill him? Is he still alive?
No, not 6.
Okay, well, then I'm gonna smite him.
Good spot.
I have no single target thing that target would be able to target this.
15.
I was running up to it to get
Yeah. So as Kalika runs up behind this guy, she kind of swings her hammer over and goes, flings down yet again from the sky itself.
died.
Like a light comes down and forms into a fist and just goes and like blows this.
Yeah, it
Hey,
did
that's
it.
my job. So pissed. All right,
Well,
Larren.
the other dude wasn't even in front of me.
25. Okay. Move me right behind Nerithian. Oh, no. I don't teleport. I run over there.
Okay.
Or right between Nerithian and Fabian.
Thunder Wave.
Fuck up all the bitches! Yeah, I'm just gonna smackety smackety to the dude in front of me.
Smiggity smaggity. Come on,
The
crazy.
lowest of those is a 21.
Oh, yeah, you hit.
Yeah.
I mean, barely.
Really?
Or her life making its work for it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
How do you stab bones?
You
Well, I'm
kinda-
slashing.
Oh yeah, because there's a long sword.
Aha! I mean, you can
I
stab
keep hearing.
a bear.
I thought it was a rapier because that's what you started with. What? A rapier? Yeah. I just keep imagining it's like
You just
stabbing
like
bones.
dislodge the spinal column,
I mean, I can see you like stabbing up into the skull and then like.
Yeah.
flicking it off.
23.
Okay, so, yeah, you smack that one.
And I'm gonna use my bonus action to healing word Poe.
Oh.
Okay.
Wow, this is a really cool sword, dude!
Dope sword, bro.
He goes, I'm glad you enjoy it. And then you see his wounds kind of close up to,
He heals 9.
yeah.
See, Poe, look at what letting go can do.
I can probably use it more than he can.
All right,
Yeah.
skeletons.
He owes us for letting him live.
Yeah. Come at me!
Actually, she can get all the way around. Bam.
Yeek.
Yeah, they just kind of attack whatever.
Make a wisdom save.
Yeah, he just entered her range.
Well, roll damage. That's stupid.
Clerics, they're not fair.
14 points of radiant damage.
He just walks in and
Gets smacked.
All right, miss. All right, on Larren, miss. On Nerithian, hit. Hit.
God, I love the map.
Hit.
It's great. 2 turns without getting attacked.
Oh,
I think they have
15,
bigger problems
16,
than
17, 18,
the
20,
little
21.
white boy.
so he takes 21 damage. He has his character sheet on him, but
I'll write it down and tell him something.
he was at full.
I love how the model for Fabian is
He
taller
was
than
at
Larren, even though
four.
Larren's like almost.
No, he was
taller
a full. He was a full. So he's good. I have his character sheet on him, but
The models are not accurate to real size.
No.
all right. And then Kalika hit. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Common miss. And then Poe hit.
Yeah, fuck you, Poe.
I mean, okay, the damage that you just healed him, he took again.
Yep.
Beautiful.
He's
All right.
net 0.
As expected.
But that would have killed him, so
Beautiful.
he's like,
iOS on.
all right. So
It looks like iOS.
flashes one more time. All right.
One more time.
Fast
That's pretty
flash,
accurate.
motherfucker.
All right, Nerithian. I'll roll for him.
Yeah.
He's gonna. You know what? I don't know what his mod is.
I know he has a 19 dex.
He has
so
a
it
plus
should be-
6, I think.
it should be
Yeah, he hits.
Should be +4. Or, sorry. Wait.
Plus 4, plus 3, plus 7.
+7.
In his weapon, so. Okay. And then he has. Hiya! Yeah, he doesn't destroy it because it hasn't been hurt yet. All right, and so next will be Common. And Common misses both times. Dude, Nick's gonna be so pissed. Yeah.
Grab him a
All right, Fabian.
Fuck that thing.
Get that fucking shit out of
If you
here,
hit
boy.
it,
18.
it's gone. Yeah, last
Oh,
one.
I was running over to get it, but okay.
Yeah. Will you?
It blows up.
Erase it.
I will enter the area and make them all die.
No.
Okay.
He wants you to erase the bubble. He doesn't even look at it.
Yeah. There we go. All right. So now what I'm going to do is swing. Wait, no.
No, you can't.
I can't do that. I have to fire the second Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
So
Fire
I'm not
at-
going to fire. I'm not firing at him.
You can't.
Yeah, no, exactly. I'm going to fire at.
There's
let's
one
see.
random ass
Yeah.
straggler
That
there.
All right.
Fuck you in particular, buddy.
Welcome to.
And that
How
was
to
a
paladin.
15.
15 hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that's 8 damage.
Yep, still up. Because he's good like that.
Because he was undamaged like that.
Yeah.
All right, so
Because
it
we let
is
him
now
live like that.
Vazrah's turn. Vazrah's just going to run and
Yeah.
do...
That one that goes into
Miss. Failed.
16 points of radiant damage.
All right.
Fucking Kratos up in this bitch.
5, 10,
Yeah, for
15,
real.
20, 25.
That's like the most
30.
Fabian skill that you have.
So what's the range?
15
15
feet.
feet, so that hits.
5, 10, 15. Okay, so that guy's good.
No, I mean, she did walk.
Yeah, I did walk in his. I passed through.
I think all of them, but like 3 of them
Okay.
actually.
You're not even gonna make me roll.
No, at this point, like,
Fuck them up, Vaz! Fuck them up. I have no AoE, Vaz.
I did now. I did when I got third level.
yeah! Yeah!
Don't be too excited.
He passed.
Oh, he still takes half damage.
I know, okay, roll it.
That's 12 points of radiant damage with a half to
5,
6,
10,
but I don't know if
15.
they're vulnerable to it or not.
Alright, okay, and yep, that's the most that you can kill, I think, with your movement.
Bonus action 5, 10, 15, 20.
What skill is
Alright.
that?
What?
It's a spell.
It's a cleric spell.
Yeah, what is
called
that?
spiritual weapon.
That is fucking...
They're not the spiritual weapon,
the
the
AoE walk
Oh,
in
Spirit
and...
Guardians.
Yeah, that's
Spirit
fucking
Guardians.
ridiculous.
Yeah, at the first time they enter the range. I couldn't do it repeatedly, but every time they start their turn in the range, they also take it. And they have half movement speed in the range.
Alright, so
That's so broken. Holy
Poe,
Almost like clerics are made to be broken.
he misses both times with 2 1s. Alright, Kalika.
2-1.
Yeah, 2 1s.
Poor guy.
11.
Nope.
You get to attack
Do it
twice.
again. Okay, that's 17. That's not bad.
Hit.
What are you
Um,
attacking?
That dude next to me.
There's a dude
Yeah.
dying.
Oh,
This guy.
sorry. It's the same thing as Poe. And
The one person who
Who has a broken sword?
the one
Yeah,
person who
spirit.
did not die to you.
Huh?
10.
Okay, yeah, it's still up.
What? But with her 12 and a half of...
Oh,
Yeah, she
yeah, never mind. It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
He fucking did.
Murder.
As we rub the blood.
Oh my god.
Larren.
We can weaponize Common's teleport because you just power on your spiritual guardian and he teleports you into a horde of people.
And then I bonus action teleport out.
Yeah. So I'm going to
Yes.
just attack that dude diagonal. Let me.
Okay.
Yeah, the lowest of those was a 21
Hit.
or 22 actually, but you know, fuck it. Fuck him up. Fuck him up. I got a math. Numbers. 31.
Move him off the board, please. I'm tired of standing up. I'm getting like calisthenics done
This
with
guy.
this battle.
This is exercise.
And this guy?
No,
no,
he
he's
just
still
popped
around.
one.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
I
just
just
one.
popped the one.
Yeah, it's just one. Okay. You got this, man. Let's take out Nerithian. 5, 10, 15, 20. Miss. Hit. Nerithian's getting low. 4 damage to Nerithian on top of... Okay. Which was the total so far? You
25.
can write it down. Okay, yeah, he's still good. All right, so it's now Nerithian's turn. I'll roll. He hits both times.
He only gets one attack unless he's wild shaped.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's not their range.
I don't have a See, I'm a terrible DM. But he does have that weapon. Okay.
Yeah, you suck. Get good.
All right, so it's still up. Common turn.
There's just some stragglers.
Pat, pat.
Vazrah's just gonna walk 10 feet forward
And
and,
then
he's gonna explode.
But not before using roulette to kill him if he doesn't die. No, I didn't have to.
And now it is Fabian's turn. Rounding it
I
out.
didn't get the choice.
Fabian's going to
there.
get the glory.
And I'm gonna double swing with my mace that is bludgeoning damage.
The bludgeoning damage is really making a difference.
Yeah.
For this.
You got terrific.
So that is a 16 and a 25, so both hit.
Okay.
And then, so 2d6 plus 6. So that is 10, so that's 10 damage, and then also a 1d6 necrotic damage that can't be healed by magical means, although that wouldn't do anything to them, right?
No.
So should I even roll it?
So like
Yeah.
So you smashed like you don't need it anyway.
Yeah.
You smashed down on the thing that was already hit by Nerithian, and you crushed the last one with the mace. Like
Nice.
a little bit of holy radiant power just kind of fizzles off the bone, and initiative is done as you guys stand around the remains of remains that you have made remain dead.
Thank you. I turn to the shadow. Everyone stand back for a moment.
Hey, Poe, come here.
Yes, Larren.
Stand there.
Turn around.
Okay. He turns around.
I cast Cure Wounds on him, healing him 13.
I also heal myself 12.
I pat him on the back.
Thank you. That was rather nasty business. Is
Yep.
everyone okay?
Honestly, relatively fine.
Yeah, no, actually, I'm pretty good. I'm.
Went way better.
I could do that again, honestly.
Larren, are you capable of dispelling magic?
One more time.
Okay, let me see exactly what's going on here. I'm gonna go up to the pillar. I'm gonna identify the book
Okay.
without disturbing it.
Yeah. So the book is. Do you identify what's around it, or just the book itself?
I'll do both if they're separate.
They are separate.
Then I will take the time I need to do that.
So the book itself is like a book. You read the title on it, and it says the Book of Boned Fingers, and as you identify it, it has certain spells that are used to like create and raise undead, and it also has the ability to once per day use a certain amount of charges to just randomly like create undead. Yeah. And the energy field that's around it is a high level necrotic like spell that, you know, if it's touched or like penetrated at all, whoever's closest to it will take necrotic damage.
Okay. I'm going to be straight with you. It's going to explode no matter what we do. I can't even mage hand it away. I'm still the most qualified to handle it. If someone will heal me, top me off,
Yeah, absolutely.
be ready to fix me if something bad happens.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm almost fine. I did heal myself a little bit. It's just
How much do you need left?
3.
Oh, okay, so I'm gonna lay on hands her for 3.
Right.
Quit laying, my friend.
I can't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Let me touch you.
Can I get some of those good vibes?
Thoughts and
I
prayers.
pat her head.
So, Pogo's, you got this.
Everyone stand back.
He's against the barrier. Like, you can actually hear it humming, like, zzz, with him standing against it.
I don't think there's anything I can do to make it better, but I don't think there is. I cast protection from evil and good on myself.
Okay.
Ah. He's good.
And I'll grab the book.
So, Vazrah. How far is everyone else away?
I think they're on the border.
Yeah. I was
All on the wall.
We'll just, well, that guy's gone.
Yeah,
But
just,
we're all gonna be like over here where we can.
I'm gonna be
Sorry,
close
not
enough
you.
that I
You
can
got this,
actually,
Vaz.
if I were to, I'm going to be close enough that if I can full movement get over to her in one turn.
Sure. So, see Vazrah reaching slowly. How do you want to do this, fast or slow? Do you want to try to like just grab it, or do you
Indiana
want
Jones style, just
Swap it out with
she,
the
like-
skull.
yeah, swap it
takes-
out with that skull.
She takes like 15 minutes of like
Oh, we can
preparation
just go.
and then just like
We could ask him about it.
just casually picks it up.
I have spell slots? Well, it doesn't matter. I've learned everything I can from identifying it.
Fair enough. I was more referring to the if there's any way to bypass the
These
thing.
crystals are gone. There's nothing in the room.
Fair enough.
I'll do it quick.
So right as your hand penetrates, you just feel this like it's almost like you're being immersed in like ice cold water, and then you see the energy just kind of go through you, and then like explode out a little ways from you, about 10 feet away from you, and I need a con save.
Nat 20.
Hell yeah!
Okay.
I can use a bardic inspiration if need be. And it's quarter damage.
So it would have been 40,
It would have been 40.
but you take half, and then you take another half.
So I take 10 damage.
Yes.
That's what I'm hearing.
You feel like almost your heart itself like stops, like it starts beating slower, like, and then you're like, and you have the book, and then the little shield goes, and then the pillar goes, and then the shield goes, and then you hear. But the sound is like rushing water
There were no other
outside the temple.
entrances? Outside the temple.
Oh, we should put the skull on.
I think we're good.
Yeah, it's outside the temple.
Vazrah,
Yes.
heal. Do.
And if that was anyone else, they would have fucking died.
Yeah, absolutely.
For sure.
Actually, no, I could have. Nope. Couldn't have survived. Ooh, hell yeah. You take 23.
I'm maxed. Thank you. Shall we start to find our way out?
Absolutely.
So as you make your way back outside the temple, you see that the previous entrance is like caved in, and you see like water kind of seeping through some of the parts in it as it's like caving down and crumbling, and then the water stops seeping through it a little bit. And then you see off to the side where there used to not be a hole, there's like a hole that like kind of has collapsed in on itself, and it looks to be like a tunnel leading out.
How convenient.
Perfect.
Let me make sure it's not trapped. Let me lead the way.
Okay, so she leads the way.
So paranoid.
And
I don't know what you're talking about.
as you guys are making your way out, and it starts leading up and up and up, and then eventually you come to like what looks to be like a central dais that opens up to the outside. You can feel the air, the moisture and stuff from what looks to be like the waterfall just off to the side of you, and you are somewhere on the side of the mountain near the other side of the waterfall, in an opening that looks out at what appears to be the valley on the other side of this mountain range where the city sits. So there's a staircase leading down towards the valley that's like covered in vines and stuff. And with that, we'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back in like 5 minutes. Hey guys, thank you for waiting. Welcome back. We're back. I hope you guys enjoyed my little kid sound effects during that. I have to play that way, otherwise they don't move. So as you also you see off to the side with your good perception that part of the wall is a door, like a hidden door, and there's like a latch out beside of it as you are exiting to this area that leads down.
Wonder what that is. I'm gonna go try to limit the latch.
Okay, so you push in and you hear, and then the wall kind of opens up, and on the inside you see a lot of books that are like desiccated and ruined, but there's some books that look to be okay in good shape. This looks to be like a study or a private library of some sort. There is a skeleton that's laying across a musty, dusty table, black robes on him, on them, and just kind of laying across it. Around the neck is a golden medallion, and it has what appears to be just a giant skull on the medallion itself. There's no wording or anything on it.
You want to check that out?
I will. I'll cast Identify on it.
Okay. It doesn't seem to be magical in nature.
Oh, okay.
It just looks like maybe like a holy symbol or something. It's gold.
Take it. I'll put it in my bag.
You do sense that there is like a little bit of a magical presence in this room of preservation, though, probably to keep what tomes are there in the shape that they're in after this long period of time.
I'm gonna sort of like nudge the skeleton with my finger enough to where he'd be looking at me if he had a face. I'm gonna cast Speak with Dead.
Russ with the sound effects. Woo.
Yeah. Who are you?
Castian.
Go on.
What is this place?
This is my private study underneath the Temple of Alamon.
What caused the city's downfall?
We fell to Juna's soldiers after Cryedron betrayed the Covenant.
Covenant. Is that something I would know about?
Roll me a
Religion?
check, yeah.
Isn't
You
that the
can roll one
thing
too.
that Rajani's doing? Or do I have to roll? Do I need to roll?
Oh yeah.
So yeah, you know that it,
Yeah.
Oh
it is in line kind of with the covenant, but it might not be the same covenant.
I only got 14.
I got a 25.
Okay, yeah, I'll tell you.
Oh.
Which covenant?
The Covenant of the Lost.
Ooh.
What do you have of use here? In this room?
Everything is of use.
Certainly. I'm not about to undersell the value of knowledge. I'm wondering what knowledge it is.
Which books don't suck?
So how many questions do you get?
I only get 5. That was my 5th.
Yeah.
just as well.
So I'm gonna take his black robes off.
Okay.
Why?
There's
Because I
Because
want
they,
some clothes,
they,
alright?
they look sick as shit.
Yeah, it looks like they're
so
diseased.
there is
I'm
like
immune to
there is like
Fair.
there is like silver threading in it. Like it's a little bit ornate, like around the hood and stuff. So cool.
I got the guidance. I'm gonna start looking around on the shelves. See
Okay,
if there's
so
anything I haven't read.
We found our
some
aesthetic
books you
gamer.
have seen, some are rare copies that you only saw when you were down below, that you thought did not have like a copy. Some of one of the tomes you have never seen before, and it looks like it is actually written by Castamon, and it is called it's called the Failure of the Five.
If you want to
Timeless
take
classic.
any books, I
taking
can
them all.
carry them. Yeah.
All of the ones that
Written by George Orwell.
all of the ones that are uncommon or that she's unfamiliar with. They're
How many
rare.
books is that so I can write down those books? In my
It says 15
inventory?
books total that are rare enough to warrant taking and that aren't damaged.
Can I
enough.
see any?
There is one that was extremely rare, and it's way beyond damage, so it's kind of like worthless.
Gotcha. I'm keeping this book by him, and I'll carry the necromantic bullshit that we got.
I have 15 random Vazrah books.
I will have the titles for you next
Yeah.
session.
You don't have to.
No,
I want you to.
Okay, fine. Can
It's
I?
part of the lore.
Can I look? Can I look for any books specifically about Krahedron?
Yes, there are two of the books that she pulled out are about Krahedron before, like when he was in service to Rama. After you look in a little bit, so they're in Elven. These two books.
All right. Vazrah, do you mind if I read these later?
No, but can I read them too?
Can I read them to you? I have great reading voice.
I am not opposed to this.
All right,
Can I
perfect.
sit it on story time?
Sure.
Yes!
You know,
Story time!
I have a very good story.
I'd love to hear more about Leaves.
Poe. I forgot you were here.
How audacious!
It's okay, Poe. He's sometimes like that.
I'm always like
It's
that.
part of his endearing allure.
You should be lucky I remembered your name.
It be like that always.
Listen, you have healed me in the bowels of the depths, and we have our reward, and now I can get this contract off of me. I survived the ordeal. I find that I've come out all right.
Just as well. Perhaps we should start moving back to town then. I would like to loot the city a little bit more to see if there's anything like this, though.
Oh,
Let's
absolutely.
go to the palace.
Sure.
Yeah.
Literally anything, I'm good. Looting ruins is one of my favorite pastime activities.
Well, they're not going to use it.
Oh, I know. That's what I'm saying. It's
All
fun.
right, so yeah, you you guys head back down into the valley, and then you realize that's going to take you some time to go probably around the front of the waterfall and then back up the way that you came. There's no other way that you can see up, so it takes you a good part of the day. In the evening, you're now reaching back to the city. Do you want to go through these ruins at night?
I am not opposed.
No,
Night
I-
doesn't
I
really
do
bother
think we
me.
should hide the book, though.
From
If
Poe.
we're good, no, from people who are also
Oh,
searching
yeah.
for the
People
book.
might be coming back. We
I
should just leave.
I have plenty of places on this body that I can hide things. I'm really good at it.
Sure, okay, you do you. Just
Does the book require attunement to use?
And basically what it does is it has 1 charge per day. You can raise 1d8 hit dice worth of like undead.
If you guys will give me a bit of time, I could use it if we
And then it also has a lot of necromantic magic that you can transfer. It's like a spell book.
Also, if we run into anyone, we could just be like, yep, we were too scared at the gates and decided to turn back because we're a bunch of wimps.
Certainly, but if it comes down to it, then I can use what we found against them.
Mm-hmm.
It's just as well. If you'll give me a moment to attune to it.
Also, when you're looking at like one of the etchings in the book itself, it has what appears to be like some geographical symbols for like mountains, and then in the center of the mountains. So it's like geographical symbols for two mountains, and then it has what looks to be a river that runs between the two mountains. And then it branches off next to a body of water that you think probably is like the sea or like an ocean, like a large body of water. There's a coast. You see a small symbol of an hourglass on one of the mountains next to the river.
Also, we're going to have to take a detour because, sweet damn, am I not leaving that uninvestigated.
Sure.
Is this before we kill the Batu or after?
Is it on the way, or?
So you don't recognize where this could be. Like, it's just two mountains and a river. It's like obscure.
Wait, it's in the necromancy book?
Yes.
It's in the necromancy book.
It's golden in the back of the necromancy book. It's like it looks
Tear
like
it out.
the book.
Tear it out.
it looks like
Tear it out.
it looks like a part of a map where the rest of it you can't see.
Tear it out. Tear it out.
I need to attune to this. I'm not going to tear it out.
What was the thing
tear
she
it out.
knew? We skipped over that.
Oh,
Okay.
the Covenant, or is that?
So the Dark Covenant, you remember from various studying that you've done that at one point in time the key gods of the universe, the creator gods, Juno, Rama, and Mu, had more of a dealing and ruling with like the earth, especially when they were creating it. And so they created the gods at first to rule mankind as they see fit, and the different parts of what you kind of understand as like creation, or not just this world but other worlds and other places, which kind of blows your mind that there are other places, were given dominion by the gods, by the different entities. So Rama was given a portion and his people ruled supreme in that area, and Juno was given a portion and his people ruled supreme. And when they did that, the lesser gods decided that they wanted to start warring to take over territory. And in that, there was a covenant of 5 gods under Rama's rule. Crihedron, one was Xerxir, the goddess of filth. A new god that came about was Panlor. He was basically raised up from the ranks. And then the other two you don't believe that you have much knowledge of. They were less gods and more... Oh, Alamon was one of them, sorry. The one that was obscure was less of a god and more of like a devil lord, like a ruler of the 9 hells.
What was his name?
Dante. No. His name was
He loved pizza
gosh, I wrote it down.
so much.
I'll get you his name
Okay.
later. You know it. You just don't want to say it.
Gotcha.
He who shall not be named.
It's coming to you.
His name's
Okay.
Francis.
I should have hit the books harder.
But anyway, from what you know, the Dark Covenant, the grouping of these gods, they were very successful in carving out pieces of territory, not so much in this plane of existence, but more so in the lower planes of existence. That was when Baator, when the 9 hells and the abyss and these realms were kind of given dominion.
Okay.
Fuck.
And you make it back into the center of the city. Back where you guys camped originally. Commons like, this looks familiar.
Yeah, it's because we've been here. I'm tired.
Oh, really? He starts doing push-ups.
So,
So,
what do we do here?
we could take
it.
some time and loot the ruins. But I don't
You said there was other groups? Poe says.
know. There could be, yes.
It's only a matter of time before they come here.
Wait. Activate my ring. Focus on Vincent. Hey, bro. Guess what we got? It's a book.
A message appears.
Oh, okay, cool.
And it says, Wonderful. Excellent. I'll expect you back at your leisure.
Neat.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
To loot or not to loot? That
When
I-
are we going to hunt this Batu?
What did you find exactly? It was obscure.
Only really a book. That's all.
Just a single
That-
book.
Really was magical. Nothing really else.
Like letters keep
Oh my
falling.
god.
He's like, can you describe it, please? What does this title say?
May I?
Yeah. Here.
Vincent, what languages do you speak?
Almost all of them. There are a few I don't.
Do you speak Undercommon?
Yes, quite fluently.
Perfect. This is a difficult situation. This particular book is connected to some reality-breaking magics I have discovered.
What?
He can't hold all of the watts.
Can I start making
Like
a
with
camp?
exclamations. Yeah. Everyone else is starting
Start
making
making a
camp.
campfire out
Like,
of the.
there is. There's like a lot of papers just kind of laying on the ground.
Oh my god.
Yes, it seems to have some kind of connections to the sands of time, of which I am an expert on, as it would so happen. I am apprehensive about sealing this book away. Frankly, I think it.
So in front of you, like you see the just the air itself kind of like and like become what looks to be like a mirror in Vincent's face, and he's going, Vazrah,
Yes.
the sands of time. You see?
Yes. They have a map to them, a part of one, and that horrifies me. I'm going to be honest, I don't want to let it out of my sight.
Well, please bring it back, and we can discuss and figure out what to do next.
Certainly.
You do know that they're very volatile. You said you're an expert, but how expert are you? I don't
I
mean to be
literally
rude.
have some ingrained in my body.
Oh, can I see? That's terribly rude of me.
It is very rude.
I apologize. but I mean, for science.
Now take off your blouse.
Show me that ink, girl.
Get naked for science.
Cool ink, girl.
Look, we can discuss this at length. I am more than willing to. But this is a very sensitive subject,
I understand.
and I
Well,
hope you will be patient with me in that regard.
yes, I can't do this for very much longer, but I will contact you tomorrow again around this time.
Yes.
Where do you think you will be?
Probably in transit back to the town.
Please, with haste. This is very serious.
Yes, I am incredibly aware of how serious it is.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Nice to see you all doing well. Who's
Howdy.
that? Never
Bo.
mind.
Okay.
He's a guy.
Oh, well,
He is bait for the Batu.
but,
Or we'll get him married.
Don't worry about it, Vincent.
No,
really, you don't need to worry.
We have to hunt.
Sorry. Bye, dude.
Bye.
Hey guys, can I have the ring back, please?
You may.
Thank you. Sorry about that, bud.
I apologize for the undercommon. It's easier for me to speak it when I get stressed out.
I don't speak it, so I don't care.
I can understand Undercommon when she speaks it, right?
Yeah, you heard all of it.
Oh, sweet.
No one else did. Everyone was like,
That's like my monkey only speaks Orin.
Appropriate. But yeah, as she's been having that conversation, she's sort of been fading in and out of looking really ghostly.
Are you okay?
No, I'm
I
not.
also say an Undercommon to her.
Okay. That's just. Things.
You know what? I've been better, honestly, but better that I found this than someone else, frankly. Very personal issues with this.
Which language are you saying that in?
Undercommon.
Undercommon. Do you need a hug?
stuff we can understand.
No,
I think you're misunderstanding the fact that these two characters can speak any language they fucking want to.
Yeah. Short
So
rest.
technically, we never needed to talk about periods.
No, absolutely not.
It was a
It's more
ruse.
fun that
It was
way.
an epic ruse!
I'm gonna be honest, I'm not okay. Not okay. I would not mind a hug. Straight up.
I go over and I just hug her a little less awkwardly than I hugged Poe.
She's getting better.
Because I'm getting better at the affection. Pat the back.
At the affection.
Well, I'm a tiefling. We don't get a lot of affection.
No, but I'm not letting this book out of my sight.
Common comes up and hugs you both. It's all right.
Hug them both.
Yeah.
Common
Hug it
hugs
back.
everyone
Really good
for a
level.
20-mile
Who
radius.
comes in?
He's who's teaching me how to
No, not you. You're not that close yet, Poe. I'm sorry.
I feel like we've been through so much.
We have, but
We're in a group hug and he walks over and I just like put my hand on his forehead. Like,
so
So with this new revelation of bullshit, I think we should just head back to the town as quickly as possible. I would like-
Nabantu.
Well, we have to. Otherwise, they're going to accost us.
Yeah.
Batu.
I think we made a blood.
Yes, we talked about this earlier. It's a
Oh
giant
yes.
lizard.
Or I marry someone.
Yeah.
They're very attractive.
and trust me,
You die.
You would want to choose being bait for the Batu over marriage.
Can I try
you'd
to
also
persuade
actually-
him to get married?
Yeah, roll me
He'd
a
actually
persuasion check.
die.
This is gonna be
I
tough.
will
mean, but
counter
then
persuade. I'm gonna counter persuade.
No, but then our
Get married, you bitch.
Okay, so first you roll
Okay, so that's a 13.
plus.
That's what it is.
Okay.
Oh
Yeah,
no!
he's-
Wait! I was wrong.
You have a deception or a
No.
person?
No, yeah. So it's 13.
Yeah, so he's like, oh, I mean, if you say she's pretty,
I rolled
so
a nat
pretty.
20.
Damn it!
I'm sorry, bud. You die. That's a 31 total.
oh, yes, I forgot all about the contract. I can't be tied down right now.
Can I intimidate
Have some
him
pin-
into marrying her?
Perfect. So we have you sit on a cabana toilet, and then the Batu comes. This is not Jurassic Park reference.
It's disturbing.
Either way, we need to start moving, or things are going to get rough.
Yes.
Are we at least gonna camp? We did strike camp.
Please, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We do that.
I'm gonna
I'll take
change that
first
fucking
watch.
book.
Okay. So
That fucking.
who takes first watch?
I'll take first watch.
Okay. Well, actually, like at this point in time, we will stop it there as the night begins to come out and fade, and the light dims in the city of the
Yeet.
dark gods. We find our players on the precipice of maybe marrying off Poe, maybe making him sit on a toilet as bait. for the bot. Come back next week and see you on ADDnD.
DEgITx.